13-0 my ass.
Oh,
We're starting here because all I've heard for what 14 days, I guess they had an off day in there,
yeah.
was how great the Tampa Bay Rays are and how they're the best team in baseball. Everyone kept failing to mention that they played the Tigers and the
Hey, I mentioned that last
A's,
podcast.
Nationals.
And the
We
Red
talk
Sox.
about it. Everyone else just kept talking about how great they are. They ran into a real team tonight, gentlemen.
They ran into an over 500 team.
13-1 now. Crazy. Welcome back to the Flight Deck Podcast. It's Friday. It's the first time we've done 2 in a week. We're here. We made it.
Progress. Yay.
Look at us.
Claps for us?
Yeah.
No, this doesn't deserve claps.
Hey, it'll be all right. Yeah. We had the home opener come in within our last week.
Yep.
I was there. You guys weren't there.
Yeah.
Sad. Sorry. Honestly, being there, it was a lot more dead than it looked on TV. Our section was kind of lame. Shout out to everyone in 527 or where it was. Very quiet. We met a nice woman from Edmonton. She said her voice hurt too much to cheer. So whatever, it is what it is. But it was cool. The outfield districts, I don't want to have beef with them, but I have beef with them so far. I'm hoping it's because they're just everyone's there and they want to see it. But they're a bit of a nightmare so far.
Brother, it's because they've been there for 3 days.
I get it.
Yeah,
and I understand this. And I'm hoping.
I think when I go in 2 weeks, I think it'll be fine.
I hope so.
Like
I really do. Because day one, disaster. I tweeted about it. Couldn't even walk through the things.
As you would expect.
Sure. Day two, less of a disaster walking through. Absolute disaster if you're trying to watch the game from any of those spots. I didn't go to them on day 3. We just went straight to our seats. And then I wasn't there today, so I couldn't tell you if it looked any better for an actual series against a real team.
Of all the games you picked to miss, eh?
I know. Well, I had to record a podcast and make some dinner. And it was a long time. It's fine. I got enough tickets. I'll see enough games this year. It is what it is. Yeah. I guess we can talk more about the districts when you guys finally experience them. Not a huge fan of the Corona rooftop patio. Not gonna lie to you. It's sort of just like an expensive bar to go to, because you can't actually hear the game while you're there. We were standing in line at the bar. We're like, you know what? We'll check it out. We'll go get a drink here, and we'll see what the deal is. And we stood in line for 15 minutes with 2 people in front of us. It was kind of rough. And in that time, Nick Maton hit a solo shot, and we didn't even know what happened. It was just like we looked over at the TV screens that just happened to be over there, and it was just like, when did this happen? Like, couldn't hear the fans, couldn't hear the game, nothing. So that kind of sucks. But the game itself, good game. Manoa, on the other hand, didn't make it feel like a good game. And I hate bringing it up, but here we are again. Another game that had some sort of meaning, and Manoa forgot to show up. Are we concerned now?
I think my
someone's got to pick.
I think my concern before the game was like a 3.
Okay,
it's at least a 5 now.
It's going up a little bit. Little
5.
by little.
It's a 5. It's there, but it's not sky is falling DFA.
No, fuck. I'm never at any point in this conversation will I say that he should be gone or we should move on from Alek Manoah.
Fine. Sky is falling option to Buffalo.
My confidence in Alek Manoah going into like playoff games is kind of taking a hit, but I still think that Alek Manoah is going to be a Cy Young contender at the end of the year.
Well, I mean, it's very early. Kevin Gausman is a game 1 starter now.
I believe so.
I think it's like it's early in the year too, right? Like he's getting used to the pitch clock and everything.
Sure.
So
and it's the command for me though. Like,
but he said after I think all 3 of the starts, he didn't feel like his mechanics were there.
Okay.
So like that for me is a little bit of it too. He's like if he's not feeling his mechanics are there, then like I think that's a bit to do with the pitch clock. It's early in the season.
You're rushing
mechanics. We're gonna iron them out. And I think he'll be fine.
And your emotions are running high in these games
to
on
me,
top of all of that.
yeah.
So it's going to be tough to keep it under control. What were you going to
say? Your internal clock's got to be running high, especially with the pitch clock. Those are two big games we're talking about.
Yeah.
I think we just cool it a little bit. I think he's going to be fine.
Okay.
He's also 25 and
Sure.
has never struggled at the major league level.
He's never struggled at any level, realistically, because he didn't play much in the minors.
No, exactly. So let's give the guy a little slack.
Sure. I still love Alek Manoah. He's still
this isn't an indictment.
This is not a knock on Alek Manoah at all. I think he's gonna, at the end of the year, he's gonna put his name in that Cy Young conversation, and it's gonna be fine. But I am getting a little worried about the bigger games.
On top of that, I'm still starting Gausman game 1.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, buddy.
He looks
money.
Oh my God. Terrible walk-up song.
Terrible
walk-up song.
Literally, I heard I was watching the beginning of that game, and I was just like, I better hear it. Where's the change? Where's the change clinging? And I hear it. I'm like, yeah, I brought it back. It's shit.
It's still terrible.
It's not bad.
We'll move on to Gausman in a second. Game 1, we set a record for most home runs in a home opener.
Yep. And
can I one thing on Manoah before we get off of that?
Yep.
I like how he battled in that game.
Oh,
he clearly didn't have his A stuff.
No.
That's not what you want to see from your number one guy.
No.
Like this far into the season, he's already had 2 games where he's clearly battling. But he battled in that game and he held him to 3 runs. Mm-hmm. Granted, the Tigers aren't a great team, but he made do with what he had. The Jays in the game. Exactly.
No, I'll give you that. That's for sure.
So that actually was a great segue. He only gave up 3. Should have been 4, but goddamn Kevin Kiermaier.
Oh my God, man. I was talking about it today. How ridiculous is it that he has become a fan favorite within 1 game of being here and 10 games total? Unbelievable. Like, we went the next day and the crowd pop when they announced Kevin Kiermaier in the lineup was insane. Like, more than you're getting from Vlad.
Opening day, that ovation he got when he came out.
Unreal.
Opening day ovation, Brant, since you were there, I need to ask, and we'll get back to Kevin Kiermaier. Did y'all fucking really boo Brandon Belt?
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
I didn't hear it.
I heard it was
I heard like 1, it was like way lower, but like
it might have just been where the camera was, but
2 for 4.
I think 2 for 4 with the double.
Huge day.
And he was ripping the ball.
Taking the ball the other way. Like,
he played a great game. And honestly, it in the stadium as a whole, I didn't hear it at all.
Okay.
It might have just been where the camera was placed and the person was probably near it, but no, I don't think, like, obviously the energy around Brandon Belt isn't great right now.
No.
But I think generally as a whole, we're not dickheads there. I could be wrong. There's some idiots, don't get me wrong, but as a whole, we don't hate our guys yet. So I think, I don't know, it's fine. No, I didn't hear it.
It's only 3 guys on the team that people actually like hate.
Trevor Richards got like the crickets. And I'm glad to hear that it wasn't just me.
It's just fair, I guess. Like,
I forget who was before, but it was someone.
I thought he looked all right tonight, though. I will say that he looked all right. He
couple
looked great,
cheap hits, but
yeah,
that's the kind of, that's like, granted, Trevor Richards is not great, but that's kind of the thing with Richards is he'll give up a bunch of cheap shit. He won't give up anything like solid.
When he unravels,
Oh yeah,
in a hurry, but
the unraveling isn't 95-mile-an-hour bullets off like the ball.
Yeah,
like, I was 100% happy with him coming in that scenario
today. That was the spot.
That's perfect for him.
Yeah,
because you're up 5.
And you know what? Stuff happens. You have to bring in a guy. It is what it is.
You only needed Pop for the 1 out in that inning, and that's fine. Zach Pop has pitched very well so far.
Could have used him for more than 1 out.
He probably could have.
We can get to that in a bit.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we reach that game. Zach Pop, gross in that one, gross in game 1. Just been a phenomenal piece of this bullpen so far. I don't know if there's going to be a spot in a higher leverage situation for him right now.
There should be.
I just don't know who you take out. Maybe Bass. Bass hasn't been lights out.
I don't think Bass is a high leverage reliever.
No,
I think it's just Swanson, Garcia, and Romano right now, and you don't need more than 3 high leverage relievers.
No, you don't. You spot in the other
mid-range guys, right? Like that's I think where Pop Pop didn't start in that mid range. I think he was your low range guy. You saw it earlier in the season. He's coming in the fourth or fifth inning when they need to get out of an inning. Now he's still coming in earlier, but he's coming in bigger situations. I think he's moved his way up into your mid range. And they said on the broadcast tonight that apparently Pete Walker and Schneider have compared him to Clay Holmes, which
is for real. Like
that's a big jump. But if you have stuff like Clay Holmes, that's legit. Like
sure.
And there's clearly
he's got that bowling ball sinker too. It's there.
Yeah, like it's
96. He was like sitting 96 tonight, it seemed like.
Yeah, comfortably. He's a weapon that you kind of knew had a chance to be there, but I didn't expect it to come this soon. And I don't know. I think he could start, like, he's starting to get the higher leverage spots early in the game. Like today with 2 runners on, Trevor Richards is struggling. They already had Swanson warming up, but they decided to go to Pop. And Pop got it done. Got the out, got them out of the inning, didn't allow any runs, looked great. Struck him out too, I'm pretty sure, on 3 or 4 pitches. Look good.
Oh no, that was a full count, and that was
a full count.
7 pitches.
It was a full count.
That was a dirty I don't know. They call it a 2-seamer and a sinker, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's the same.
That was a
same thing.
Like, dirty pitch though.
Dirty.
Lots ridiculous. Of he's got so much break on it too. Like that's when you're throwing 96 with however much I haven't looked at numbers, but however much break he's got on it, it just looks nasty.
I think the pitch that he threw to Torkelson, the pitch he threw to Torkelson, I think it was like 21.
That's insane.
That's fucking insane. Like
that's a freaking good curveball. Like that's not.
And then I think a one right down the middle he threw to Baez was like 19. Like,
yeah,
it's freezing, guys. Down the middle sinkers. Like,
he's got the stuff, man. He's nasty. Yeah, there's not really much else to say. Anything else in game 1 that we didn't touch on?
The home run.
That was the 5 homers. I guess we didn't really talk about it.
That was the first game we really won a game with homers. Like every other game has been
like
one in like call it smaller ball fashion. It's not small ball, but you're not winning with the home run, which is what we relied on last year. Like it's fun to watch both ways, but it's fun to see us moving guys around.
Yeah. I do like the walls being different sizes because you don't really know if balls are gone.
No, like, I don't either. I don't anymore. Like it's weird.
No, there was I forget whose homer it was, but it was off the bat. I'm like, oh, it looks like it could go, and then you look at where it was going at the wall, and it's right where it goes up before center field. I'm like, oh, maybe not. I'm like, and then it cleared it by like 2 rows, but like watching it, I'm like, oh.
You were there for all 3 games, so I can't even be like,
yeah, I don't. I could not tell you. It was in game 1.
I think
Chapman.
It was game 1 for sure. Maybe Chapman's. It went to right center.
That was Bo.
Was it Bo
at the end of the game? Yeah.
Bo was like to the bullpen. I know. I like Bo was like basically kind of to the bullpen.
Right.
Like, which is where the walls are raised.
Yeah.
But it's moved in about 14 feet or so or more.
And then I know Chapman kind of went like a little bit to the left of that, and then fucking just Kiermaier just hit it straight in that bullpen. Like, and Kirk went to the place that replaced the Blue Jay Central thing, which I'm still kind of salty about. Looks weird now, but
I hate the new placement of the Blue Jays. It's not even Blue Jay Central. It was like the Budweiser.
Where is it?
Whatever. It's right beside the flight deck. So if you're coming from like the left field corner to the flight deck, it's right there, and it just creates a crowd, and it's a pain in the ass to try and get in the flight deck.
It's a weird spot for it. But yeah,
not great. Fun to see all those homers though.
Yeah, great.
Oh yeah,
unreal. It's coming from like every time Alejandro Kirk hits a home run, the place goes nuts.
Oh yeah, because
it's just a zoo, and it's
because his shit isn't. He doesn't.
It shouldn't leave the yard.
He doesn't hit cheapies. Don't do that. None of Kirk's,
but he doesn't leave the yard.
He doesn't leave the yard, but none of them are cheap.
He had 14 home runs though. Like he's not a home run hitter, so when he hits them, you go nuts.
Yeah,
I was there. He hit 8 at home last year.
Luis Arias's speed, he'd be the best player, like the best hitter in baseball
for sure.
Like,
I'm with you on that one. Yeah,
he had 8 fast.
He had 8 homers at home last year, and I think I was there for at least 6 of them. I'm meant to watch Kirk homers for the rest of my life, and it sucks.
Oh yeah, I went to 2 games last year. I saw 2 Blue Jays home runs. That was cool.
It's not bad. One is no longer Blue Jay.
One is no longer Blue Jay. But I did see a homer from Steven Vogt, so that was cool. That was my birthday present.
Game 2, anything other than Gosman?
Fucking bumps and base running.
Oh,
I missed most of this game, but I saw like 30 plays.
What the hell is going on in that obstruction call with Vlad?
So I think that's obstruction, but he's not scoring either way. I think it is. No. He's that. Who's playing third? He's way over.
Oh no! I agree that it's obstruction, and I
think he's in Vladdy's. Yeah, I think it's obstruction, but like I don't know what the call is. He's out either way. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't. If you watch Vlad doesn't see him. Doesn't even look at him. Just keeps on going. Doesn't break stride. And just doesn't know even that
Baez has the ball.
I think does that help his case though? Not seeing him. I think if you look up and see him, and you have to like make a little dart around him, you make it noticeable. Like
then I think it's definitely obstruction. I'm like, well, you had to move because he was in the way. But on the line he took, because Vlad jumped the ball, he landed on the bag weird and then just kept going on that line and was never making contact there at any point in time. So I didn't understand what was going on because we were there, and obviously they don't say anything. So we're sitting there watching it like, what the hell just happened? And then it happened again.
And then
wasn't that a stolen base or something?
The stolen base. But what happened was
I saw the highlight of this.
What happened? The Eric Haas when he was throwing it stepped on the ump's foot, and that was umpire interference.
So
that's a thing.
Well, yeah, it happened with the the liner to fucking.
It has to be, but like how is that not automatic out? Like I've grown up catching my whole life.
It wasn't an out.
It wasn't an out. They just had to
sent him back. Yeah,
they sent him back first.
Yeah.
Well, either way,
I don't really understand.
Like how is the umpire so close to the catcher that you're stepping on his? I'm like on a throwing play. The catcher's moving forward.
And honestly,
why is the ump moving forward?
If you watch the play, didn't really affect Haas's throw.
No, he almost had it.
Like he pretty much it was a bang play to get almost get a first shot.
Yeah, I don't know. Because that was the thing too, is we're watching it and I'm like, the throw was great. It was spot on. He just beat it by like a touch. I'm like, if there's interference there, it didn't interfere with much. Both interference calls really didn't interfere with anything. Both the plays went on like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it was weird, especially there, because we could not figure out what happened. At least the other one was kind of a little bit of an explanation. Like you could kind of see what would have happened. The other one they just sent him back to first and said game on. Weird. Was that also the same game as no, that was the next one where Espinal touched third?
No, that was game 3. We'll get to that one. But that was a game.
Wow. So what? I don't know if either of you guys know what happens. Like because on the Vladdy play at third, they said the umpire has discretion to award him whatever base he would have gotten to. He wasn't getting home.
No, he wasn't.
So can the umpire just send him back to third?
He should have. If that's the rule, he absolutely should.
If that's the rule, he should have.
Yeah, but
this whole call looks so much worse looking back because we won by 1.
Yeah, it essentially kind of. I'm not gonna say it gave us the game, but like
kind of did.
It didn't hurt. Like
it didn't go against us.
No,
kind of put us where we needed to be. So I mean it looked way worse now.
Didn't help that AJ Hinch brought in a closer that had the yips.
Yeah,
that was bad.
Like
we
were getting like Chattanooga lookouts and Rocket City Trash Panda level of fucking.
Could not find it. It was fun to watch.
It
was great. Yeah, I don't know.
He walked the first. I don't remember who was up first. He walked him like 4 pitches, didn't he? And then he hit the next guy. Like it was.
Yeah. Damn it! I didn't have.
Yeah.
He didn't even know. Didn't even.
One
know
of them
where
was
stuff
pinch
was going.
run for. So, no, never mind.
I don't remember.
I can't remember it. Yeah, ugly work from the Detroit.
Was it
Tigers.
Chapman? Chapman sat game 3. Was it I think Chapman got hit. That's not right or no?
That checks out.
That might be off.
I think yeah, because Chappie was down for game 3. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, not a pretty showing from the Tigers. I feel so bad for Detroit fans this year. It's just
if you're the Tigers,
yeah.
How do you feel about that trade though? Gregory Soto for Maton Vierling.
Oh, you're giddy. You're giddy about Maton. Maton's been great for them.
Like, Maton was
and then they got
hammering us.
They got rid of
Cody Clemens.
No, they got rid of another one of their other relievers too. They traded
Jimenez to the Braves.
Who'd they get back for that one?
But now you don't have.
Now you have no pen. Yeah, you would have won that game if you had either one of those guys.
Stuff. Your best guy is Alex Lane.
You look at the Orioles last year. They came in with what no one would consider a bullpen, and they were nasty. So
became a really good bullpen even after they traded Jorge Lopez. Like,
geez, yeah. Like Felix Bautista is nasty.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bottom 9. Okay, I pulled it up. Vladdy started single left field. Chapman walked, wild pitch, and then Varsho got hit by the pitch. So that loaded the bases for.
That was the same at bat with a wild pitch and a hit by pitch.
Wild pitch and hit by pitch were the same at bat. So then sack fly, like.
And I want to say on that, it was Kirk then Merrifield, correct? It's 2 sack flies.
Kirk was one of them for sure.
Merrifield then Kirk.
Yeah. Okay. 2 professional at bats, like 2 guys that went up there knowing what they were trying to do. I love that.
It's so great that we don't fucking swing for the fences every inning, late inning anymore.
You know what your job is.
Yeah.
You know what your job is.
I think they said we have in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, we have the highest OPS and the most come from behind wins on the year. Like,
that's insane. I'm pretty sure we have
like 7.
We've trailed in almost every win that we've had. I'm pretty sure.
I think tonight was like one of the few that we didn't.
We didn't. Yeah, we started hot and ended hot.
Holy shit. I'm trying to think.
There was a quote unquote embarrassing moment in that game.
Yeah, because when Chasing Shreve, the left-hander, was coming in, he was warming up in the bullpen. I think it was during it was extras. Yeah, during the start the extras. A Blue Jays fan has so the way the bullpen's set up, they have to walk down the steps and it's like right next to the fans. A Blue Jays fan was just yelling at him, and apparently that was the embarrassing moment that this person wrote about, which
Eric Troyd. Respectfully, I really like Eric Troyd. He's
okay.
Good.
You could drop names, but yeah,
it's fine. It was a terrible article, and I don't agree with him at all. But we follow each other on Twitter, and he's actually really good. This is just a big miss.
This was not it.
I don't think it was a terrible moment, but I think I don't think it looks great.
No, it doesn't look. It doesn't look great.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's bad. Obviously, depending on what he's saying.
I think that's what it was built for, dude.
It was built for.
It's 100% what it was built for.
Mm-hmm.
They knew that. And
I'm not gonna be the guy that does it.
Keep in mind, this is week 1 at home playing the Tigers.
Yeah,
the Tigers might be the most irrelevant team in the American League. Wait until Boston or New York gets in here, and then let's see what happens. That's when you run into issues. I'm just saying, if this is where we're at with the Tigers,
buckle up.
It's not a great start.
No. But we could see
this is what it's built for.
We could even see this weekend. The Rays are in town.
Sure, it's meaningful baseball.
I don't think there's the same hatred for
the
Rays. No, but this would be a step up from what we saw last weekend or last week.
The Rays, despite how good they are just like everybody's little brother in the AL East.
Mm-hmm.
There's just I don't know. I know they're really good, and they've been really good our entire time, but I don't see them as the threat that they are, regardless of how good they are. I don't know.
They don't have star power.
No, and they don't spend money, and I think that might have a lot to do with it.
Their star power was Wander Franco. Legitimately, who else is their star power? I guess you'd say
Randy now.
Brandon Lau's not
their rotation
power, and but
McClanahan isn't the star.
Shane Mack is,
name wise.
I would say Shane Mack.
Name wise, he's not a star, but he's a fucking great pitcher.
I had put Shane Mack up there.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's go to game 3.
Yeah, stop.
You're
right. About the Rays.
You're right. Sorry.
Also, we were on the subject of Nick Maton. Just hit a walk-off home run and beat the Giants.
Look at him, 2 homers and 3 homers.
Good for him. Games. Do it against someone other than us.
He hit it off Camilo Duvall too.
He's got a third of his career home runs against us, or something stupid. He's got
beasts
4 or 5 against
Trade
us,
for him.
and 18 total. Honestly, or something. It's ridiculous. It's just over. It's more than a third, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah. We were talking. Sorry, you got more? No. Okay, we were talking about the bleachers and those people. So I want to go forward and then come back a bit.
We can get to game 3 because we don't have anything.
This is in game 3. So
yeah, we can go to game 3. Like
Alex, is it Lange or Lane?
Lang. I think it's Lang.
Lang?
Okay. Lang with an E.
He wears a turtleneck when he pitches. No sleeves on it, just the turtleneck. Not sure why. I haven't looked it up. It's pure style, I guess. Whatever.
His neck gets cold when he pitches.
Alex Lange comes in yesterday, and the bleacher creatures in our new thing out there just start chanting turtleneck, turtleneck, and it was my favorite thing of all time. I'm like, we have never done a chant like that in the entire time I've been there. The closest second I had was Michael A. Taylor. The drunk idiots in the flight deck were chanting Triple A Taylor. I'm like, ooh, that one hurts. I'm like, I like that.
I mean, I do remember the one time I went to a game in 2021 when it was the White Sox and Jays, and Kopech. That was the game where the White Sox went up like 7-2, and the Blue Jays came back on them.
Yeah.
And during like their big inning, Kopech was on the mound. They basically Cueto'd Kopech, and he gave up 5. And I'm like, I've worked great. Like,
yeah. I think that is what that little bleacher section should be.
Yeah, it's not
all the time though, not just like once.
That's fun. That's awesome.
As long as you're not being violent or like spewing.
No, just do shit like that the entire time.
They said, I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but in game 2, apparently beer cans ended up in the bullpen too.
Yeah,
so there was no one said thrown. They just said they ended up there. So
it just tipped over the ledge.
They probably just fell off, but
I feel like a handful of people said someone threw it, but like no one's paying attention to the guy beside you as the game's going on. Be like, oh, he threw it. I saw it go. Like,
no, exactly. But like that's the kind of stuff we're trying to stuff that it just doesn't need to happen. Like it's not necessary.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a way to enforce this, but I don't think there should be opposing fans in that thing. Like if you're wearing the opposing team's jersey, I think you shouldn't be allowed to sit in this thing.
I think if you're wearing the opposing fans jersey in that section, you should get chirped more than the reliever.
Oh, absolutely. I would be shredding you if they. I think that's what it should be.
April 25th.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
This is on my back,
buddy. You're gonna have to get there real early if you think you're gonna sit there. Also, on the other side of things, if you're one of the people that's going to sit there,
stand behind you and chirp you.
Oh, but I'll play it. Here's how I'm gonna play it. That's gonna be like what most people are gonna see, and then the second they start chirping me, I'll turn around and I fucking have.
No, it doesn't matter. You're wearing the jersey. You're getting chirped.
No. Chirp me all you want. Chirp me all you want. It's all good. We're good. We're good though. It's all good.
For that one.
If you go into that bleachers thing, I think you should be ready to make noise.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be like obviously like it's cool for the kids. You go stand by the thing and you see the players. Yay. Woo. Do that before the game. Cool.
No, go to the J side.
Go to the J side. Stand over there. See people you actually want to see because you're really close there too. It's super cool. Go do that.
I think.
Or if you're, if you're an opposing kid fan and you're like, you know what, I'm just in love with Chase and Shreve, then you go see Chase and Shreve before the game, and then you hightail it because I think that section should just be ruthless all the time.
That needs to be the drunk college kids.
Absolutely, but it hasn't been for the most part. And I've been around that area a couple times, and it's just the people that are eager enough to get to games early and sit there, but they're so damn quiet. And it's really disappointing. I'm like, I know what this thing was made for. There's so many cool little balconies and stuff. Mm-hmm. If you want to go get there early and be in a great spot where you can see everything, go to those. No problem.
If you want to wiener, go to the Schneider Lounge or whatever it's called.
Go take a ride on the Wiener Totter.
Dan Shulman.
Brent, I didn't see any Wiener Totter pics.
Couldn't find it, dude. I had no idea where it was.
We're disappointed in two people. You, Brent, and for Dan Shulman. I'm talking to you. You brought up the teeter totter 3 times on the broadcast, and I added you on Twitter, Dan Shulman, and you didn't call it the Wiener Totter. I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah,
that's fair. He brought it up again tonight. I don't remember what he called it, but it was like a hot dog totter or something.
See?
Yeah. That's just not it. It's the Wiener Totter,
it's
bro.
The Wiener
so
Totter.
Easy.
Wiener
it makes so much sense.
Easy.
Wiener isn't an offensive thing either.
No, it's what it is. I apologize for not taking pictures with the Wiener Totter. I legitimately could not find it. I was told after the third game I went to that it was in the Schneider's porch. The The first game when I saw the Schneider's Porch, it was reserved, so I couldn't get in there. Second game, I didn't even find Schneider's Porch. And then third game, we didn't go to any of the spots. So tomorrow, I will be there, and I will go find the Wiener Totter.
Bro,
we will take some pictures with them.
I will find you on the Wiener Totter.
Yes, I'll be there.
Brant, you're a glutton for fucking punishment. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
You've been to like 13 Kikuchi starts.
Big Daddy Cooch is just, I'm just there. It's
Nate,
it happens.
He went out of his way to go to Pittsburgh and watch Kikuchi. Like,
I did end up seeing a Kikuchi start. That's
in Pittsburgh.
That did suck.
I remember that.
What are you gonna do, man?
I'm gonna say this.
Choose the game.
I've been to 3 games and I've been lucky. The worst pitcher I've seen was Ryu, and that was 2020 when Ryu. That was the worst pitcher I've seen.
Then though.
Oh, he gave up like 6 home runs.
He was not. That was like his worst game as a Blue Jay.
Yeah,
I remember showing up back in the day, and you'd roll up. Before I even had a cell phone, show up to the park. You didn't know who was even starting until I said it on the radio or something. Like, show up to the park. Oh, Dustin McGowan's on the hill tonight.
Oh, Dustin McGowan was a dog, dude. With the
those chops. With the chops.
I just love seeing McGowan. Yeah. He wasn't great, but he was a dog.
Casey Jansen as a starter.
Oh my god, dude.
Bro, I just had to throw it back there.
I was so happy for the entrance of BJ Ryan.
Remember? His name popped in my head. Remember Octavio Dotel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He totally forgot that guy.
Like one of 13 teams he pitched for.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had like 3 guys who could have closed that year, and they brought him in, and then they were like, nah, you're not going to close. We're going to throw this guy we got from Texas, from Mike Napoli, who can't throw strikes.
I miss those teams. That was so much more fun. The building was empty. You could just go sit wherever you want. It was like $2 to get in. And now here we are paying $20 to sit 4th row behind everyone in the rails. It sucks. It's great. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it would be way better if our crowd was actually good. Our crowd stinks.
Those teams are so bad.
Our crowd stinks, Connor.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
It stinks.
Oh, I guarantee you. Again,
what is this, game 14? Let's just relax a little bit. Like,
I'm just so disappointed in our crowd.
Our 2015, 2016, like,
that was fun.
Playoff fans, they haven't woken up yet. We didn't do enough the past 2 years to wake them up. We gotta start waking them up.
They did wake up, and then they fell asleep promptly in about the 8th inning of October 8th, 2022.
Yeah. No, they
didn't even wake up. They were asleep.
They don't.
No. We were there. They were asleep.
Okay.
It was a morgue. It was wild.
It was 4 of us in a line screaming at the rest of our section to make noise.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair
it was not. We've been asleep since 2016. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we got far off of game 3. Bassett and Turnbull. Fucking.
We got onto the stuff that matters.
Bassett was good.
Bassett
looked good.
I think I'm ready to say that Bassett is fine. I'm less worried about Chris Bassett.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, not much to say. Chris Bassett is a guy that there's never much to say about Chris Bassett.
Yeah.
No,
6 innings,
but
2 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, 7 Ks, 107 pitches. Like,
that's what I want out of Chris Bassett. Yep. I want him to be the guy you have nothing to say about.
Yep. Exactly.
I think that's what your 3-4 starter on a good team should be. Like, you don't have to say. He wasn't amazing. He wasn't bad. He's a guy.
Being at that game and not really having a great idea of what the stat line looked for Chris Bassett, it didn't feel good ever. It's very stressful when Chris Bassett's on the mound.
It's because of the first 2 starts that you had that.
Connor, you just said the stat line.
Yeah.
Didn't he give up
was great.
2 hits?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
4 hits.
It wasn't that bad. But everything that got caught was like warning track. And it was frightening for the most part. And it just felt scary. And he had 3 walks? I think he hit a guy too.
Yeah, 3 walks.
Yeah,
I think
dicey for 5 1/3, 6 1/3.
Went 6 full.
6 full. Okay, 6 innings. It was dicey, and I felt unconfident the whole time, and it took forever. Somehow that guy extended the pitch clock because it felt like he was pitching for 7 years. It was wild. The rest of that game just stunk.
No, it didn't.
The rest of that game stunk.
No, it didn't, Brant.
Okay.
We had one gleaming moment that we texted each other about, even though you were in the crowd.
Oh, Cav showed up.
Cav showed up for one at bat.
Yeah, he had a Cav single. did his thing.
Stole a base.
Stole second.
Tagged
almost
up.
fucked up. Went back, tagged up, scored, or got to third, and then scored on a sac fly.
Yeah,
it was good fundamental baseball, but not ideal the rest of the game.
No.
What were you gonna say?
I think we should talk about before we get off this game. Do you guys have any of the Jays things to say before
on this game?
Yeah,
nothing. Tigers, that was such a bad game.
Yeah, you lost.
I think we should talk about bias.
Oh yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Because
so I watched the first part of the game. I missed the end of the game, but I watched the first part on TV, and they didn't show Baez dogging it out of the box on that double.
Nope.
And then I saw a replay on Twitter later, and he's like 3 feet down the line by the time the ball hits the wall.
Granted, I thought he got it. I don't blame him. I thought he got it.
I think the only person that didn't think he got it was Whit Merrifield.
It was Whit.
But like
he didn't get it enough that you should be doing that.
He got it enough for old Rogers.
If it is in the park, you should not be pimping it that much.
No.
Like if it ends up in the park.
Especially when it's your first extra base hit of the year.
That's tough.
Oh, I did. I went back and watched. I did go back and watch the replay of like the Tigers broadcast before this game. They showed OPS. Javier Baez's OPS this year was like 250.
Hey, we can't chirp his OPS. We got 4 guys that have a lower OPS than that.
But
are they making?
We also have the 3. We also have the 3 leaders in
hits.
Sure.
Baseball. Are we also paying them?
We're not. We're not. He should be better, but he got his money and retired.
That and then that is just a brain dead play on that fly ball.
Did you hear his excuse?
Yeah. I think I heard
he thought somebody let off whoever the 3-hole hitter was leading off the inning, so he was their 4th up, and
I thought I was hitting 3 tonight, but I was hitting 6, so it threw me off, and I didn't realize there was 1 out. Because if he was hitting 3, he wouldn't have been in that spot.
The quote after that, he says he's not making excuses.
Yeah,
that sounds like an excuse.
He says he's not making excuses, but then he also went on to say, yeah, it's because of how the team is playing and how I'm playing. If the team was winning and I was playing well, he wouldn't have pulled me.
Well, he's not wrong.
Which
he was playing
well, not wrong.
But
all of that is true.
Like shit.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Because even I don't know if you guys saw it. I think it was the day before. On the he was on third, and there was like a fly ball like short right field. He didn't fucking get off the base. He
walked back.
He didn't even go for like a hard tag.
He walked back to tag up and just stood 2 feet on the base.
He didn't even turned around talking. He was turning around talking to the third base coach. He
didn't even try to look like
you gotta bluff a throw.
Guys, I was right there. He didn't have a shot in hell.
No, but
it wasn't even close.
Okay, say on the off chance. Say on the off chance. Okay, Baez goes up the line. Say on the off chance, George overthrows it.
Sure. Yeah. I guess you could try and force a throw.
It
was a throw from deep second base.
You obviously don't go home, but
you go hard back to the bag and
then bluff it.
When was last time you saw any fly ball in any level of baseball where the guy doesn't tag up and get into a stance where he's ready to run and then take a step or 2?
Yeah.
He wasn't even looking at Springer.
Sure. He knew.
It's not the worst.
We all
ever.
knew.
He obviously knew.
He could have done it. Yeah.
No.
He is playing on the worst team in the majors.
I think someone put it best. Everything you need to know about the Detroit Tigers is in the Javier Baez and Eduardo Rodriguez contracts. How
much is Erod making?
I think he's making like 14, 15
for
5 years.
He didn't even show up last year, right? He just didn't come to spring training.
No, he pitched of 2 or 3 games and then had like a family issue and was out for like 4 months.
He also didn't show up to spring training, right? That happened.
Yeah.
Was that last year?
Yeah. He just didn't show up.
So
gotta love the Detroit Tigers. I felt so good about them beginning of last year because Riley Green is a piece that you should love. Spencer Torkelson.
They got Meadows.
Eric Haas.
Eric Haas
is almost a dude.
Their
4th fastest catcher in the majors this year, by the way.
Jeez.
Crazy. Doesn't look like
it should be that quick.
They had a good bullpen at the time. Their rotation was young.
Javi was coming in on the first year.
Casey Mize, Tony
Casey Mize.
Who's the third one?
Matt Manning.
Scooble is one I was forgetting.
Skubal.
Yeah.
Tyler Alexander set the record for strikeouts in a row by a reliever.
Like,
I remember saying to somebody to start last year, I thought they could make some noise in that division. Like not come to the top, but like
I think I had them third when I predicted it.
You could fuck around and finish above one of the Sox, Guardians, or Twins, is what I said last year.
Yeah,
like,
and they finished last place.
And they were one of the worst teams in the majors, and they continue to be one of the worst teams in the majors. I don't get it.
They brought in Matt Vierling, who seems like a decent ball player, but he was a platoon player only playing against against righties in the playoffs for the Phillies.
Right. Yeah.
Hitting ninth.
Yeah, and they brought in Maton.
He's hitting 3 game 1.
Maton's
batting second. Third game 1.
Maton's batting second, and Maton was Maton was the other platoon dude in that spot. Like,
but Maton did rake.
Maton did rake, but like he didn't have a spot in Philly.
I felt bad every time Maton came up to the plate. I felt like he was going to hit a homer every time up there.
Oh, I did too.
Hit the shit out of everything.
He has. It's just going to not make sense at all. He had that Anthony Rizzo quality to him, where he's like, it feels like he's on top of the plate.
Okay.
To where it's like, if you throw anything over the plate, he's going to hit it. Like, yeah. No, but who made me feel like that was Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah, Kerry Carpenter. That's another piece. They have so many pieces that should make them good, but they just stink.
Isn't Kerry Carpenter supposed to be like a first baseman? Or am I wrong? Do I have the wrong guy? I thought he was a first baseman.
He was DHing.
He might have, but he's playing like left and right field for them too. I think he's a bigger dude. Like,
yeah, you can't.
When they drafted Torque, he was a third baseman, I think.
Yeah, Torque came up as a third baseman.
Yeah,
and then
but it seems like he's lost the athleticism or something's going on. If they've moved,
they just said, "Fuck it, you're Miggy's heir apparent. Go ahead."
Yeah, like Jonathan Scope, another one.
Also, yeah, Scope fell off, but
that's crazy.
I thought the picture they gave to Miggy was cool for the 500.
Yeah, it was cool.
Bro, how the mighty have fallen, Miguel Cabrera.
I was
batting 7th. Like,
Baseball is Dead had a really good one where they said, like,
yeah, I listened to that today.
He's still playing, but he retired. Like, he's already retired.
He got MVP votes from, I don't know I forget whether he came up in 03 or 02 or 03. He got MVP votes from his rookie year until 2016.
Yep.
And he hasn't got anything since. Which didn't he have a big injury at one point that he missed like almost a full season? I think that kind of knocked him off. But like I think he did. He missed like most of the season. Okay. I think it was a lower body injury. I forget what it was. I might be talking to my ass here, but
wait. I don't really know. He played 38 games in 2018, so I'm assuming that would be the year.
I think that's what I'm talking about. I think it was a lower body, and I don't remember like leg or something.
No home runs for Miggy this year. 5 last year.
But was it last year or 2 years ago? Miggy hit that home run in the blizzard and slid into second base.
It was opening day of
was it last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
It must
be. It was 2 years ago.
No, 2. Oh yeah,
it was 2 years ago. I posted
that is like all-time moment. That is like one of the funniest moments of all time. At least he's got that moment.
The shot too of him hitting it looks so sick.
It's funny you mentioned MVP. Yeah, funny you mentioned MVP votes. Do you guys want to know? Did you guys know that Miggy has a vesting option for next season?
Player?
It's a vesting option.
Is it a vest? So if he gets a top, he's got to get top 5 MVP, and it vests.
He has to get a top 10. He has to get.
He does it.
He has to get a top 10 finish in MVP voting the year.
Just
prior.
One?
He has to get a top 10 finish. Like, he has to be the 10, at least the top 10 player.
Okay. He doesn't have to get like one top 10 vote.
No, he has to be like a top 10.
I was going to say, if I'm on the Baseball Writers Association, I'm just like, I fill out my 9 and I'm like, 10, Miggy.
10 Miggy, here's your 30 million, Miggy. Like, he has that for the next 2 years.
It's tough to see because it's like he was one of my favorite players to watch growing up. He's got to be one of the best right-hand hitters. He's the best, probably him and Pujols, 2 best I remember from my generation. Like from what I remember seeing.
Top 5 all-around hitter all time, top 10.
Mm-hmm.
all around.
It's tough to say when you haven't seen them, obviously, but and I think something to be said for the fact that him and Pujols have never had any allegations, like any steroids, nothing. Which
It's even better that Pujols played until he was 60, but his birth certificate said he didn't.
Okay, so Sport Track, you didn't have all the fucking stats. From 2008 to his last vote in 2016 for MVP voting, his lowest OPS was 886.
Yeah, he was a dude,
and then
he was
after that he proceeded in all the full seasons proceeded to get 728, 745, 746 in the 2020 season, 702, 622, and then this year 602.
Did he play a full season in 2017 and fall off that hard?
In 2017, he played
130 games.
130.
That's a full season, yeah.
In 2019, it was 137.
I think it was whatever I remember him doing something early in the 2018 season. I think it was lower half, and I think that kind of zapped him.
I mean, in the 38 games that he did play in that 2018 season, it was 299, 395 on base, 448 slugging for an 843 OPS. Like, he was still solid.
If I remember correctly, though, that was the start of the season. Then he got hurt.
Yeah,
I think that was
He had a 974 OPS in 2015 with 18 homers.
He's never been like a
crazy
homer.
Well, I mean, no, but like
if
33, 33, 26.
Does he
34,
have how many 40 home run seasons does he have?
2. But like he had, so it was 33, 33, 26, 34, 37, 34, 38, 30, 44, 44, 25, 18, 38. He just came back and hit 38. And then it just falls off a cliff. 16, 3, 12, 10, 15, 5.
But he was never a Pujols. Like,
no,
Pujols
not a big home run guy. He's got 500
every year.
500 is a lot of homers.
Yeah. But like, I love Miggy. This isn't me shitting on Miggy, but like he's played 20 years too, so that helps.
Yeah.
Obviously,
to have a 974 though with only 18 homers, it's insane. Like, you're hitting everything. He had a 440 on base.
Comerica though. Like, Comerica's huge.
440 on base.
Comerica's huge. What year was that? 2016?
2015.
I think that was pre.
Was that his Triple Crown year or no?
I think his Triple Crown was like
because he wouldn't have had home runs that year.
I think his Triple Crown.
But he was still a dude.
He was not leading with 18.
His Triple Crown was one of the 44 home run years. Like,
2012.
He was a dude, and you didn't want to pitch to him. Still, like, and the rest of that lineup was falling off at that point. So why would you pitch to Miggy? So you'd rather walk him than pitch to somebody else.
2012, he won the MVP, and his on-base percentage was 47 points lower than it was in that year where he only had 18 home runs. Crazy.
He's been such a complete baseball player for his entire career, like
until 2017. Still a Hall of Famer.
I kind of block it. He's first ballot. He's first ballot.
Absolutely. I don't think that's a question. Same with Pujols.
Connor.
Sorry, what? I was fucking zoned out there. What's the question?
We're not even bringing up Pujols because that's not a question.
What's the question?
Miggy, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Is he a Hall of Famer? Yes.
You don't think he's first ballot?
The last 7 years have fucking taken him off first ballot for me. He's played.
I don't think so.
He's played.
He got a Triple Crown, dude.
He's played too long. That's the thing. He's played too long and been bad for too long now, to where it's.
But people still think he's good.
I'm saying he's a Hall of Famer. Like, I'm not.
People still think he's good now.
He is.
Fuck, they're stupid.
This is a very stupid argument to have right now, anyways. But I'm still gonna say he had MVP votes from his rookie season until 2016, which I'm pretty sure his rookie season was 02 or 03.
03. 11-time All-Star.
03 until 2016.
11-time All-Star.
Okay, you know what? Am I saying that he's not a Hall of Famer? No, he's a Hall of Famer, but I think he's been shit for what, 7 years now?
Silver Slugger.
I think that's going to be an interesting point of conversation when that becomes a thing.
I think if anything, he gets in at no later than year 2.
So,
like,
the ballot on the Hall of Fame right now, the first timers is going to be whoever retires this year with him. Who's retiring with him this year that would take away from his vote?
That doesn't matter.
It does matter. Because Pujols is getting in first ballot.
No. That's the one
from the one before.
it's the guys from 10 years previous who have
Take the votes. Yeah, I know.
who have good stats but weren't, or like they have great stats but weren't like elite. They are in that middle ground.
I mean, and then you still
It's
have to
guys
also
like
take in
it's guys who've had like a Larry Walker career that are gonna keep moving up
Rowland.
every year. Yeah,
Troy
like
Tulowitzki.
Scott Rowland. No,
Tulo's not a Hall of Famer.
He'll hang out on that ballot.
He's been
No.
too injured. He's not a Hall of Famer.
He'll
No,
hang
he
out on
won't.
that. I guarantee you, hangs on the ballot for the whole time. Doesn't come close, but he hangs out on the ballot.
Carlos Delgado was off in his first year.
Played half his career as a Blue Jay. Played half his career as a Blue Jay. That so matters. It so matters. Don't say it doesn't matter.
He played in Colorado.
His big numbers
Toronto.
happened in Toronto when people hated Toronto.
Yeah,
when they didn't get when we
No, but
didn't matter.
Tulowitzki played in Colorado. This is such a stupid.
Yeah, but Colorado's an American city. It doesn't matter.
No. Okay, but your logic, Dante Bichette's a Hall of Famer. Like what?
Bichette's not a Hall of Famer.
Okay, then neither is
But he didn't
Tulowitzki.
have the numbers. Is the point.
Tulo didn't have the numbers either.
As a shortstop, he was also a phenomenal defender. But
okay, but he was.
He just needed to be
injured.
healthy.
He didn't exactly.
Sure.
So
but I think he hangs out on that ballot for a long time.
So Tulo,
I almost guarantee it.
If I can bring an NBA, Tulo is fucking Brandon Roy. So what if, like,
sure, but
he's a Hall
Tulo
of
did
Famer
more.
if he-
Tulo was also in MVP conversations every couple years.
He has a 44.5 career WAR, man.
How many games?
We don't need to.
We don't need to get into the Tulo conversation.
We don't need to bring up WAR anymore when Harold Baines is a Hall of Famer.
No, but I'm just saying, like 44.5.
Sure.
In how many seasons did he play? Like 12?
13.
How many games in those 13 seasons?
So that's like
that's not even a 4 WAR player.
That's not a 4 WAR season. Like
13. How many games did he play total?
Average 1291.
This fucking podcast is off the rails. Jesus Christ.
We're not even done with the Jays yet.
Yeah, we're not done with the Jays.
He played 61% of potential games.
Yeah,
61.3%.
Viewers, if you haven't noticed,
that's like a 7-year career.
2/3 of us are drinking, and it is also a time of recording 11 o'clock at night. So
we're a little delusional at this point.
It was
we played
outside.
You want to?
You got to drink when the sun's out. That's the rule.
It's fine. It's always 5 p.m. somewhere. So,
thank you.
The time
we played the best team in the majors, the quote unquote best team in the majors.
No, there's one more.
We should talk
about. Well, we should talk about last night first.
What happened last night?
We just talked about last night.
Ricky.
Oh, young.
That was
him after, but
young Rickelstein.
Sorry, my bad.
You're fine. Fuck it.
No, we'll pull that up.
We're going in the timeline.
Sure.
Young Ricky.
I don't have it in front of me. You guys go ahead.
Ricky Tiedemann.
I know he struck out. He pitched 3 innings and struck out 9 guys. I know that.
Was that
and was it 1 walk?
It
was his first. It was his first start back from the injury.
Oh yeah,
3 innings, 2 hits,
1
runs,
2 hits,
no walks, 9 Ks.
And he struck out the first 6 that he saw.
Yeah, and when asked about Ricky Tiedemann, John Schneider simply said, "I don't know why he's still in AA."
Cool. He should be in AAA, but I think if he didn't get hurt, he
doesn't matter.
Oh, if he didn't,
does it really matter?
You can come up from AA too. It doesn't. Really
yeah, you can. Fucking, we called up Alejandro. Is granted, it was a weird circumstance. We
came
Kirk
up without ever playing a game.
He played high A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only reason Vladdy, Cavan, and Bo went to AAA was because we didn't have a reason to call them up.
Yeah,
because we were shit. There was there was no point in activating.
And then Vladdy and Bo both got hurt at the start of the year, and then played a bunch of AAA. But
and then Cav won MVP.
It's like AA to AAA isn't a big difference. Like if you can perform in AA, you can perform in the majors.
Yeah,
realistically.
No, you're right. That's where a lot of the higher prospects are, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because the AA is where you do your most learning. AAA is just like, all right,
it's the guys that are like depth pieces for.
Can you do this against 4A people? Okay, you're fine.
Luplo.
AA is full of guys that like could be difference makers on major league teams. At some point in their career. AAA is kind of like guys that are going to come in and fill out your roster.
Yeah, put it this way.
Jordan Walker only got to AA last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
I can't imagine he got much further at 20.
Vaughn Grissom got called up from AA from Atlanta.
He also can't play defense.
Yeah, he's not the starting shortstop of the year. He's already in AAA. They optioned him. So
no, he's back up.
He's back up now.
He's back up. Yeah, because
after
someone
Albies got hurt.
Again.
Not Albies. It was did
Was it
Albies get hurt
Albies?
too? No. It was could not tell you his name.
Arcia?
Yes.
Okay.
Arcia got hurt. Broke
I was
his
about
hand
to
or something.
Pissed
Okay, I was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Ricky Tiedemann, AAA now.
Ricky Tiedemann back into our bullpen.
Yeah, stop. Not
Now.
couple months.
No, I think by July.
Yeah.
By July, we can have that conversation.
July is a nice time because you can control how many
July?
pitches he's going to throw.
I don't think he's going to throw a ton. If I'm the Jays, I want him to have 100 innings by the end of the year. Like I don't think he's got. I don't know, but I think it's low. Like I don't think it's close to that, or like 120.
I just realized
you can in the minors you can control how much he's throwing. When you bring him up to the major league roster, you save him 30 innings for the end of the year, and that's perfect.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Also, just realized come July, the low end of our bullpen could be fucking Bass, Chad Green, and Zach Pop. Like
78 and 2/3 for Ricky and the minors across 3 leagues last year.
So I'd say 110 is like 110, 120
where you're
is.
looking at this.
Yeah.
All right. Should we actually get into the Rays game?
I'd love to.
Game that happened like an hour ago.
I'd love to.
Perfect.
So you guys watched it. I was at work.
I did. The Rays are frauds.
I missed a bit of the start.
The Rays are frauds. That's all.
They're not frauds.
They're frauds.
I'm
They're
gonna
frauds.
say this.
They can't play defense.
Let's simmer down here.
Rasmussen came into that game with a 0 ERA. I haven't looked it up. I know for a damn fact Rasmussen did not come out of that game with 0.
George Springer immediately said, "Oh, it's a great ERA. It'd be a shame if somebody fucked it up."
Literally instantly. He threw a pizza to George Springer, one of the best home run hitting leadoff hitters of all time.
And now he is tied with the greatest son, the greatest Blue Jays asset we've ever had. His father, Craig Biggio, for third all time. I think it was 53, and I think he's now one away from second place.
Is Ricky one?
Ricky is one by
Ricky's
far.
one. I think
like a lot.
Soriano's two,
and then Biggio and Springer.
Soriano's not far ahead. I don't think.
I think he's like maybe 3 or 4 like ahead.
Yeah.
But Ricky's like 30 ahead of Soriano.
Ricky's at like 84.
Yeah, Ricky's at 84. He's ridiculous.
Or something in there.
Back on Drew Rasmussen. Drew Rasmussen added 2.6 points to his ERA today.
ERA sucks.
He still has a 2.6 ERA.
Yeah, that's gross. He's also pitched against he pitched against Washington and Oakland. I'll be impressed if you can name me 4 guys between the 2 rosters.
Oh, I can name you like 20.
No, you don't count.
That's aggressive.
I genuinely can.
Victor Robles.
Okay.
Is he okay? No. I can tell you the fucking
Carter Keyboom.
Is Keyboom on the roster?
Is he in the minors? That's a tough sell.
Okay, well, roster. All right. Did you say Keibert Ruiz?
No, didn't get there yet. I was gonna go.
Carter Keyboom is not on the roster.
I was gonna go. What's his name? The ex Blue Jay catcher that I can't remember.
Not on the roster. Oh,
not on the roster.
They
Garbage.
don't have anyone else. He's obviously on the roster.
Riley Adams is on the roster.
Okay, I could feel like I could rattle some shit here.
All right, go ahead.
All right,
Ramon Laureano.
Sure.
I'll name the people that Nate doesn't say. How about that?
Okay.
Tony Kemp.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Did Kevin Smith play in any of those games?
Kevin Smith's like in Double-A.
Nice.
Is he in Double-A?
I think he's in Double-A.
Nice.
That's
currently, Kevin Smith is currently on the roster.
Oh, okay. All right. I think he just got called back up.
I'm normally not this bad at this.
These teams suck, dude. There's no point here.
All right. All right. Brent Rooker, Connor Capel, Trevor May, Zach Jackson, JP Sears.
Pitchers.
Okay, fine.
Connor Capel's an outfielder.
Connor Capel, Brent Rooker, Jesus Aguilar, Manny Pena, Shea Langoliers.
Whoa, Manny Pena not on the roster.
Yeah, he is. What?
He's just firing names.
Esteury
You can
Ruiz.
just say random names and we're
like Esteury Ruiz.
Eduardo Jorge.
I want to go to the Nationals. Corey Dickerson. Dom
Jorge
Smith.
Rodriguez.
Oh, that's what I was forgetting. I knew I was forgetting first.
Jimmy Butler.
Billy
DeMar
Butler.
DeRozan. Billy Butler.
They could bring Billy Butler back to play first base for them.
Alex Call. Luis Garcia. Josiah Gray.
No, Luis Garcia pitches for the Astros. Don't tell me.
No,
You're
there's a
back
Luis.
to naming pitchers.
I'm sorry. There's enough fucking position players, man. I just named you like 15.
No, none of them
And
exist.
half of them weren't even on the roster.
They're not real people.
What do you mean?
They're not real people.
Blame fucking MLB The Show for this, man.
No, they're not real. Oh, that doesn't count.
What do you mean that doesn't count?
They're not real people.
Stop.
They're not real people.
They
It's
are
like Joe Random. Bobby Smith.
Kirby
Three
Smith.
hitter, Jorge De La Cruz.
I mean, there's a Brian De La
For
Cruz.
who?
I don't know. One of them.
There's a Brian De La Cruz for Miami.
There you
Like,
go. No, he's the 3 hitter for the Oakland Nationals.
oh, fucking Aledmys Diaz. How did we not say him?
Because they
Three-
suck, dude.
He's their,
Breezing.
he's their 3 hitter.
They
Yeah,
got some
they
other
stink.
Oakland's got some other guy they paid like $12 million for 3 years that should have got a 1-year deal. I forget his name.
Bottom
He's another
line
fielder,
here.
too.
Forgive
Fujinami?
me if Drew
No.
Rasmussen's 2.6 ERA doesn't impress me.
Was it Jace Peterson?
No, but getting through 2 games with a 0 is impressive.
It
I
is.
think
What?
I have some faith that I could get through that one of those rosters.
We're
that I
looking-
No, you
we-
couldn't.
Some
You
faith.
just
Like a little
sit
bit of
down
faith.
over there.
we are looking
A little bit of
slightly.
faith.
We're just looking with a slight tinge of hypocritical. Like Kevin Gosman went through 2 games with the 0
Without
ERA
giving-
and gave up a run to the Tigers.
Yeah, but he faced his first game was against St. Louis.
Yeah, but his second
Way
game
better.
was-
Way better.
Who's his second game against? I genuinely cannot remember.
Kansas City? No. that doesn't
KC or
make sense.
LA.
Was it KC?
Yeah. The Angels.
Fair.
Get fucked.
Both of those are good lineups. No, but I'm saying like even getting through 2 games with the 0 ERA is impressive. Like Drew Rasmussen is legit. I don't think you can not say that after tonight too. Like I thought he looked good.
When?
I mean,
After he left?
you should have.
Because when he was in the game, he didn't look very good.
I mean, let's be honest here. You should have 2 less earned runs than he does.
Maybe.
Brandon Lau can catch it. Brandon Lau can catch a baseball.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Frank? No, it was Franco. Just
Franco
like,
Ole.
Olay.
Olé!
Yeah.
I fucking Brant. I hate you. I didn't even know that he did that, but I hate you. Just I know it because your fucking tweet. He's like, I wonder how that ball got through.
Oh no, it was
Wander's
bad.
not
Like
very good.
It was bad, dude.
he tried
Wander's
to play it like 3 feet away from his chest, and I was like, "Oh, you don't do that." Like,
Yeah, he's a young man. It's all good.
I don't have a lot of faith in Wander Franco at shortstop.
But you do
But it'll
know.
be fine.
But you do know.
Tampa's
who I-
good.
Yeah. Do you know who I have a lot of faith in?
Nate, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, Barrios great. We'll get to that in a second. Nate, you're not allowed to have faith in the Rays. Where do you have him in the fucking division?
You have him. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Say it again.
I
You
hadn't seen him
motherfucker.
play yet. I hadn't seen him play yet. This is a preseason.
We just saw them
ranking.
play for the first time tonight.
This is a preseason ranking. I was
You
going
had them
off.
right.
of.
You had
And
them
they've been in
fifth.
the preseason for the
You
past
had
13
them-
games.
I think I
Man.
have them 4th.
No, you had him 5th.
They had
No,
13
they
exhibition
did
games
really
before
fast.
tonight.
Nate, we
This
have
is the first
audio.
regular season game they played.
Nate, we have audio and video footage of
Last
you
week.
saying
Last
week
I
that
know.
we have that you
I-
have the Rays.
They're
You
fourth
said
or
I
fifth. I forget which one.
You have the Red Sox 3rd. You had the Orioles
Yeah.
4th, and you have the Red Sox 5th. Not or the
last
Rays 5th.
last week. You
Yeah,
said,
no,
I
I'm
still
not
have them
denying that.
finishing 5th.
I'm not denying that, but
They
All
played
I'm saying-
13 exhibition games.
this is
13 exhibition games. None of them mattered. They played the Red Sox with half of the shitty Red Sox.
Hey, I got an actual question though here.
Go for it.
Do you think the way they play baseball works a lot better against those type of teams than
The
it
shit
does
teams?
better teams? Yeah.
Yes.
Playing the
Yeah,
small
that's why
ball
they don't have
and
a
all
World
that
Series.
stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
Because they don't have
also,
it. They don't have a guy that's going to carry you in a playoff series.
We also saw.
I don't think you necessarily need a guy.
You need
What do you mean,
someone
a
that
guy?
can come through when it
You don't-
matters, and they don't have a guy.
I mean, we don't need to look that far. They got out small balled by fucking Cleveland last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like
They got
Cleveland
outpitched,
and Tampa basically play the same way. They just have a guy named Jose Ramirez.
Yep.
Like,
and Oscar Gonzalez for some reason.
And Oscar Gonzalez, SpongeBob SquarePants. Like,
yeah. No, I just don't like. It's a cool run. They went on that little run there. Maybe they continue to. Maybe they win the series. Maybe. But I don't see this team as something that I'm worried about come October.
I think you don't have to be worried about it come October, but 13-0 out of the gate or 13.
Oh, we might not catch them for the rest of the year.
We might not catch them.
I think someone said if they go 500 for the rest of the season, they're an 87 team.
They're 13 sure games. 90. They're 12 games above 500 if they do that.
Yeah. So 81 plus 12?
It's
93. They're a 93 win team if they go 500.
Yeah, the 93 win team that I didn't have making the playoffs, so I look stupid. Like, I had the Guardians making the playoffs. I had the Guardians and White.
Like, they're
like,
it doesn't, and
they're going 0-13.
Their top three right now I think they look pretty legit. Like McClanahan, I'm excited to see the Jays face McClanahan on the weekend because
but Noah McClanahan too. That's gonna be a good one.
But the Jays haven't seen an ace yet, and whether you want to say McClanahan is a real ace or not,
put some respect on Miles Michaelis.
So the Jays haven't seen an ace yet.
I was gonna say, like, genuinely, I think it. What was it? It was Michaelis.
Brady Singer pitched for Team USA.
I think I can remember it was
Okay,
Michaelis
behind Wayno.
Yeah, who's injured.
But no, what I'm saying is the Jays haven't seen an ace yet. I want to see how they come out and approach a game against one of the top pitchers.
You put respect on Angels ace Patrick Sandoval.
Put some respect on Matt Manning's name.
Where's Shohei Ohtani in that depth chart?
He's not the ace. He's the spot starter.
He's the sixth.
Okay. Ace Patrick Sandoval.
Hey, we did face an ace.
Yeah, his name is Matt Manning.
I was gonna say his name is Zach Greinke. But...
Greinke. Thank you. Opening day starter Zach Greinke.
We have faced
former Cy
Young
you
can say we faced more than one number one starter. Sure, whatever. I won't argue with that. I would because that's stupid. But McClanahan got Cy Young votes last year. He is an ace.
Our next three series.
I want to see how the Jays line up faces against an actual ace. Last year, he's probably blowing everything past us, dicing us up for 11 Ks through 7, done, throw it to that bullpen, game over.
So what you're telling me is you think a guy with Cy Young votes last year is better than 2009 Cy Young Award winner Zach Greinke?
You're trying to tell me that
2000 his changeup is faster than his fastball right now.
2015 Cy Young runner-up Zach Greinke.
Are you trying to tell me that you think Shane McClanahan is better than Mr. in MLB The Show? My vision rating is always higher than Mike Trout's for some reason, Zach Greinke.
6-time Gold Glove winner Zach Greinke. That's who we're talking about.
Silver Slugger winner Zach Greinke.
None of these have to do with his pitching.
The Cy Young Award,
the
award for best pitcher in the league.
Yeah, he
doesn't
didn't
have
win
to
them.
do with his pitching.
He didn't win them 9 years ago.
He won it in a year that had a 9 in it. That should count for something. He was the runner-up in 2015. He was fourth in 2017.
He's old enough to be your father.
What are we doing? Jesus Christ.
Shane McClanahan, bum. Not even worried.
His hair,
nowhere near as good.
Change up, whack. His fastball, whack. Jose Barrios, he's tight as fuck.
Barrios was great today. Getting back on the Blue Jays.
He was good.
He was great. His stuff was moving. He was commanding his fastball.
Yeah, it was just weird.
He's throwing a 4-seamer now, his 2-seamer.
He was wearing comebackers every which way. He took 2 in the same inning.
Yeah.
Machine. Sucks that he had to go out when he did.
See, yeah, but honestly, I kind of going back to what I said last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think him getting hit with a pitch, as long as he's not hurt,
save the narrative.
It's almost a blessing. He got through 5 really strong.
You're right.
And you don't have to come back into the dugout and be like, oh, this guy's been in the league for 7 years and he's been a top guy for 4 of them. Like, we got to let him go back out there because he's only at 77 pitches. Like, that's a tough number to make that decision at.
Right.
But the way he's been pitching, the last out he got was Yandy Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was the leadoff hitter for the no. It was back off his shin.
Oh, you're right. That's the one that took
it was off his shin.
Right.
But that's the leadoff hitter, third time through the lineup. I said last week, I think he should see the guys 2 times through. And I think that was the perfect time to get him out of there.
See, you're right. But because that happened, I can just argue and say he would have dominated the rest of the game anyways.
So,
he had the stuff. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so
he looked dirty.
He looked great.
I think you get him out there with.
I think you're right
with the confidence,
yeah.
without having any opportunity for that meltdown.
Yeah, I think you're right, but you can now look at that and be like, well, if he didn't get hit, he probably could have went 9.
Yeah, but I want to look at that going into the next start, not looking at it going into a game that ended up after that inning they were up 6-1.
Right.
So Jose Barrios' fastball got put into play 4 times. Do you guys want to know what the average exit velocity was?
87.6.
Go ahead.
It's definitely way more.
What you get, Nate?
I'm gonna go.
It's like
96.5 because it's definitely under that.
Oh, you guys are way fucking wrong.
Is it higher?
Average was 102.6.
Oh,
well, it's because he throws a great fastball. Mass moves mass. Velocity moves
average,
velocity.
The splitter, the slurve got put
into play
but 3 times.
Connor,
average velocity of 91.5.
But the thing, the fastball
Connor,
didn't get put in play. Is the point?
You didn't watch the game. He was throwing.
No. I did watch the game a good bit. I was at work. I just didn't get to watch the last 20 minutes of it.
He's throwing like 94, and I will say the one concerning thing I found, I don't think his location was great.
No, it wasn't.
He was leaving it middle, but he was missing bats with it, which
was weird.
I don't know how you're doing that with a 4-seamer and not with your 2-seamer, but he's missing bats with a 4-seamer, and it's working. So I don't change it and go into the next start, but
yeah, just be fine. Well, I mean, he did, but he did lead the game with a left knee contusion. Schneider did come out and say that he expects him to make his next start, which is good. Yeah, he just needs to ask Zach Pop with his fucking sinker grip, because
it's disgusting.
Just make him more filthy. Like
his slurve was just sexual.
His fucking bro, the changeup he threw to Brandon Lau to strike him out. Oh my god!
It's just all his breaking stuff was just unbelievable. Like, Are we done with Barrios?
We are. We can be.
Yeah.
I have a question regarding the infield of this team.
Well, I do know Nate wanted to talk about it, so
yeah, you're putting together the lineup today. Which second baseman do you trust?
Are you asking me specifically?
Either one of you.
Not the one that they did put in.
No, I don't think Espinal's the guy, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but Biggio has gotten a start against a lefty, right? Already this year? Yeah.
I think it was
one,
but it was just because of, was that when
was
that when Chapman was out?
I don't know.
No. Chapman went out and they put thingy at third.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just like no one of the 3 guys has really pulled away yet.
Nope.
So like if Espinal's gonna have that opportunity, he's gotta at least face a righty at some point. You gotta see what he can do. Sure. So you gotta give him that chance. You gotta give him that opportunity.
But
now
he's hit like dating back to the second half of last year, he's hit under 200, like period. Righty against righty and lefty. Like
at the start of last year, he was raking. So you're hoping that's in there somewhere, right? Like it's I don't think they're necessarily expecting him to have a great game. I think he's the best defender of the 3, so maybe that plays an impact in whatever they're thinking. But I think it was genuinely just you need to see Espinal against a righty. They wanted to.
I have beef.
Hand up.
I have beef with the Santiago Espinal is the best defender of the group. Santiago Espinal played third in Game 3 of that Tiger series. Santiago Espinal lacks a lot of defensive IQ. He made 2 plays yesterday. First one was a grounder in the 5th. There's a runner on second. Did not even take a look. The guy's like walking towards him as he makes a throw to first. The guy takes third because as soon as he lets go of the ball, and they don't get the guy. Didn't matter because Bassett did his job. Low IQ play. because it happened in 2 innings later to the Tigers, and I think it was Scope was on third. Scope looked him back, made sure he made it back to second, threw the ball to first. Basics. Really simple. 7th inning, 8th inning, what was that one that happened? Ground ball goes to Santiago. He goes for the bag and then instantly throws home. There's many things he could have done differently. He could have just missed the bag, went home, gone to first, gone to third, gone anywhere. You get 2 out of it. You could have touched the bag and ran down the guy, so he's not coming back. Still get 2 out of it. But he didn't do that. He touched the bag, threw it instantly, but he just turned around, took 3 steps, and walked back to third. Low IQ plays.
I would say, too, the one to his glove hand that he made, it was a really nice play that he made on it. But I think
talent, a lot of talent.
I think he could have taken another step to his left and didn't have to make the play the way he did.
Yeah, he's got the hands. I think he can. I'm
still saying he's the best defender of the 3.
I don't think he's the smartest defender of the 3. I think he's got the most hand-eye coordination of the 3, and I think he makes a lot of plays because of it. But I think he might be the dumbest defender of the 3.
I still think it was just to get him to start against the righty and see what he can do.
Sure.
And see if he can put up an at-bat.
Coming into today, he has an OPS that is under my weight. OPS under my weight. It's 160. It's not pretty. Cavan doesn't hit well. We acknowledge that. Between Connor and I, not the best hitter on the team.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, I acknowledge that. Connor doesn't.
I also acknowledge that Cavan Biggio has had the shittiest fucking umpiring.
Sure, no, I'm not disagreeing
any Blue
with
Jay
that.
this entire season.
Not disagreeing with that. Cavan Biggio came in today with a 556 OPS. That's what 4 times what Santi's doing.
It's 25 at bats. So.
Yeah, so is Santi. Santi's
do they have similar bats? Because I would say Biggio
25 each.
Okay.
Really? That does not.
I think. Let me double check.
That doesn't seem right to me.
25 each. Plate appearances. Cav has 29. Santi didn't have a walk coming into today, so he only had 25 plate appearances. So 4 more plate appearances for Cav. He's almost quadrupled Santi's OPS. And he can play the outfield.
I think the 3 of them is going to be a rotation and matchups until someone wins it. And if no one wins it throughout the year, this isn't a bad thing. You have 3 capable second basemen. Cavan won MVP in AA, and he's shown what did he have? What was his OPS the first year he came up? He had like almost an 800 OPS.
793.
793.
Yeah,
he had an 807 in 2020.
Okay, so sorry. He's had an 800 OPS. Like, led the league in hitting multiple years. I think it was 2 years in a row for sure. And then Espinal was an all-star.
A lot of bold on his.
You have 3 capable second basemen, and none of them are hurting you defensively. They all bring similar things offensively, but they bring slightly different looks. And I think that's where you look for the matchups until someone wins it.
I'm not in love with letting Santiago Espinal figure it out. That's just my side of things.
What are you gonna do with him then?
You could use him as trade bait, but
what are you gonna trade him for?
I don't. A really big vibe of Rowdy Tellez right now.
Sure.
Rowdy Tellez was a top 10 home run.
Stunk here, went away, did great.
If gave up on Rowdy Tellez vibes, I don't want to do that.
Stinking here right now, stinking because he was really good last year.
He was good for half a year last year.
Does he have a spot? Truly. Does he have a spot?
Santi? No. Not really. Not at the current rate that he's going.
Not at the current moment. He doesn't have a spot, which was Rowdy's problem last year or 2 years ago.
I think if you get rid of him, though, you don't really have a backup shortstop, which Bo's going to play most of the games, but you're honestly your best option after that is putting Chapman at short.
If you get rid of him, the guy you're calling up is Otto Lopez or Addison Barger, and now you have a backup shortstop.
You're not calling up
and
Barger. I think it's
probably
Lopez,
not, but Otto Lopez still a backup shortstop.
But
very capable.
Would you rather not bring up Otto, keep Santi on your roster, and like otherwise, what are you trading Santi for? You're
I
not
don't know.
getting much.
I don't know.
I don't think you're getting
His
anything
current
for
value
it.
stinks, and
That's very true.
I don't know
But
what
I
he would do.
don't think that. Do you think his current value is the player he is? Because
No.
I think he's better.
No, I think he's better than this. Well, obviously he's better than this. His OPS is worse than any average he's ever had.
I'm going off of the end of last year too. Like he's been on
He's
a
got
tough spell.
one home run since the All-Star break last year. One.
That how many extra base
The
hits?
pop's not there.
How many extra base hits?
Don't know. I only saw the stat on homers. He's not hitting very well either.
No, he's not. But home runs aren't the only thing, is all I'm saying.
No, but one, not ideal. He had 7 last year. He had 6 before the All-Star break and 1 after.
He's
wish I had the
he's not a power hitter though.
No,
the averages are brutal comparison. I remember I saw them at one point. They're bad, but I think you like what does Otto Lopez bring to you that he doesn't?
Canadian
Vibes.
pride.
Canadian.
Sure.
He's got that maple leaf. He's got maple syrup coursing through his veins.
But he's got options. He's got options. I don't know. I don't think Santi might, but you're not sending. I don't think you're sending him down. Like it's. I don't know. I think it's a tough sell. And realistically, if that's your 26th guy on your roster, is that who's a good defender, can hit a bit against lefties? Is that the end of the world?
No. Well, if he can hit against lefties, sure. I right now he doesn't have it.
Well, okay, then he's just a good defender. We kept Zimmer on last year because he was a good defender. He's quick.
He's a good outfield. He's fast. Santi's not fast.
He's
not fast.
Santi
he's not
the
fast.
Slowest, he's the
slowest
slowest
of the
3 second baseman by a fucking wide margin.
Yeah.
Like
he's not stealing bases.
That's fair.
Okay, so to answer your question, since the All-Star break of last year, Santiago Espinal has 5 extra base hits.
That's tough.
When was the All-Star game? Do you have it?
July 19th. So from July 22nd to today, basically, 5 extra base hits.
That's not pretty.
It's not great.
No. Not good.
But
I'd venture to call that bad.
I think he's better than that. I think both of you guys know he's a better player than that.
Yes, but I'm just gonna.
I've never been a big Santiago guy, so
that's because you're a Biggio fan. You can't be a fan of both.
Yeah, but I can accept where Biggio is bad. Since the All-Star break last year, he's hitting 228. He's got a 290 OBP.
Tired fucking thing.
Yeah, it's tough.
65 WRC plus. Cavan hasn't been better. If I do those numbers from the All-Star break,
Cav at least has a home run.
He didn't get a ton of chances last year.
No.
Oh, because he was his back and his neck and.
My point in all of this, even Witt, I'm not just putting this on Cav and Espy. Like Witt, despite how good I feel about Witt, he hasn't really been phenomenal with the bat.
Because Witt's an everyday player that they don't play every day.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, do you feel this bad with the catchers? Like Kirk was hitting,
yes. Yes, I do.
It was 226.
I did for a minute, but Kirk
But compared to like you're
had a good 2 games. But Jano will figure it out too.
You're
Jano hit lasers yesterday.
That's the way I feel. Like
but you're not seeing that with Espy. You're definitely not seeing with Cav.
Are we worried about the second base position and the catcher position? Because I'm not personally.
I'm more worried about second than I am the catcher position.
I think, yeah, I'm more worried about that. And also, even in the worry, it's a lot. You have an easier remedy at for second base than you do at catcher. Like, you're not going to fucking trade. You're not going to call.
You don't have another option at catcher.
Like, you're not going to trade for one.
No.
You can easily trade a second baseman for a better second baseman, or just fucking call up Addison Barger and stick him at second base.
Like, Rob Brantley's not going to come up and help this team.
No.
I like Rob Brantley.
Dalton Varsho is not going to catch. Like,
no. And I think, I don't know, you're seeing signs of Jano starting to figure it out. He hit a couple balls really hard. It's kind of all he really does. He almost left the yard oppo 2 days ago.
Just psychotic.
Weird as shit. I don't know. And you put him behind the plate for a Barrios game, and Barrios figured it out. So
He's also he's a streaky guy.
yep, he's gonna do this.
Right-handed swing and miss power hitter. Like this is the way he's gonna be. So
Yep.
you let him figure it out. He'll come into his hot stretch at some point here, hopefully, and then his numbers will even out. It'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else got anything else on the Jays before we move on?
On the Jays,
we will rifle through this because
sure.
I think we're getting long.
Yeah, we are getting very long. Nate Pearson, just quickly.
Oh yeah, he was great.
AAA's ERA is down to 2.84. So
yeah, he had last time I checked, it was 1 inning pitch with 3 Ks.
Yes.
No hits, no runs, no walks.
Bo Bichette, congratulations. 5
for 5. How do you do, Bo?
500 career hits. He is the fastest Blue Jay to reach that milestone, doing it
by a lot.
407 games. Jesus, almost at 100.
Question: do you happen to have the Mike Trout number on how quick it took him to get to 500?
I do not.
I know it's less than or more than Bo, but I'm not sure how much more. It was like, it was like whatever. Is it 4 something that Bo's at?
407.
I think it was like 425 or something like that.
Well, yeah, he
also had a terrible first year.
Yeah. He obviously
Bo had a terrible first half, but he still led the league in
hits. He did it faster than Vernon Wells and Shannon Stewart, who both needed 432 games. So
that's number 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I don't think we have very many guys that hit 500 hits for the Blue Jays, or started their career and then had 500 hits.
Delgado.
Did he reach it here? I would assume maybe.
I would assume so. I don't know his numbers, but
not a big average guy.
He's the best hitter we've had all time.
For Pop,
he was he was 300 hit, just under 300 hitter for his career. I bet he was like 280.
We'll take a look.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to shift into while you're looking that up? You want to shift into the around the league stuff?
Do we want to talk about the Dong Bong?
Didn't we talk about the Dong Bong?
No, the Dong. We did talk about the Dong Bong.
I like the name though. We didn't have a name for it.
They added something else now.
Sprinklers.
Sprinkler.
Yeah.
When they hit a double, guy on second base does a sprinkler. The rest of the dudes spit water out of their mouths like fucking idiots.
That one's weird. I don't like that.
It's a weird flex.
I thought it was funny to see one time.
Yeah, not consistent.
If they're doing this for every double, this is like a lot.
It's a little excessive. The Dong Bong can live forever.
The amount of the gallons of water that will be wasted on Adley Rutschman doubles is going to be insane. Like,
yeah, no Dong Bong forever. Sprinkler we can take the water.
Is
weird, strange.
If it's the playoffs, bring it back. Bring back the sprinkler. I'm all for it in the playoffs.
Playoffs implies they're going to make it.
No, obviously they're not. I'm just saying, in a scenario like that, sure. Or like a close game and you hit a double, do something like that, sure. Mm-hmm. But like, if this is what they're doing the rest of the year for every extra base hit, like I can't watch Orioles games.
No, it's tough. I'm not a fan of that.
Mm-mm.
But hey, it is what it is. Carlos Delgado didn't have 150 hits until his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 season.
You mean 500?
No, 100. No. Like in a season, I'm not doing the math to figure out when he hit 500 because that's just a nightmare.
What was his career average? I didn't say this.
He was. Well, I'm trying to figure out how many hits he had. He was a 280.
I'm trying to ask what his
280 hitter. He didn't hit over 300.
Right on the button. What I just said, bud.
He hit 300
right on the button
one time.
On the dot.
344 one time.
Did I not say 280?
You did.
I don't remember.
I'm
just assuming you're wrong.
He is the best hitter we've had in franchise history.
He hit over 300 one time in Toronto, and it was
the best hitter we've had in franchise history.
Season number 6. So he was not getting to 500 quick enough.
He is the best offensive Blue Jay player we've had in franchise history.
I don't know why you would disrespect Lyle Overbay.
Stop it. Moving on. It's fucking the Pirates.
Raise it.
Yeah, you'll never be as good as Dallas Braden, so we're just
don't have to be.
Stop trying because holy shit. They joined in the Selly thing. They have a sword. They start swinging in the dugout. Just very God, that could be taken so many different ways. Holy shit! And then G1 Bay walked off the Astros. Yay, fun times, woohoos, yay, woos.
They swing the sword, eh?
Yeah.
They walk in there and they swing their sword around and they put themselves atop of the NL.
So don't Google G1 Bay in 2019.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until today.
Yep, didn't.
I heard that today too.
Yeah,
it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
I got like G-Minch right now. That's great.
Luis Arias.
Luis Arias.
How did the Marlins only hit for their first cycle this year?
I don't know.
Mean,
could not tell you.
Didn't it take us to like 2 years ago or 3-4 years ago to get ours? And it was the boy.
No, because I don't know who the umpire was that fucked us over in the World Series with Kelly Gruber. That was a cycle. Yeah, and we will stand by that forever.
No. In this house, we say that Kevin Biggio had the first Blue Jay cycle. Doesn't matter if it's true or not, because he did.
Kelly Gruber. Are we talking about the play? What play are we talking about?
The dive into third base on the triple.
I'm too young for this.
I do not remember. All I can remember Kelly Gruber for was a play on defense.
Yeah.
No.
That they fucked up.
No, Brent, this is just Nate. This is Nate not wanting to respect Kevin Biggio.
No, I know that. I got that.
I'm not wanting to respect Kevin Biggio.
I'm racking my brain. I do not recall a play with Gruber on a triple, but I do recall the play with Gruber where Devo made the catch at the wall and Gruber went diving to tag the guy, got the tag, they called him safe. That is the play I remember Gruber and getting fucked over on.
Yeah, I think you're remembering that play a little differently than you should.
Well, he was on defense.
Back to Luis Arias. Hit the
cycle. Connor's going to talk about Luis Arias for a minute.
Yeah, well, you guys fucking Kelly Gruber. Have a Kelly Gruber off. You guys know Luis Arias in 46 bats?
On April 16th, 1989, Kelly Gruber was the first Blue Jay to hit for the cycle.
Yeah, and
that doesn't change
whatever date of 2019, Kevin Biggio was the more important person to hit for the cycle.
The less douchebaggery Blue Jay to hit for the cycle.
All right, Luis Arias.
Kelly Gruber sucks now.
Luis
Arias, congratulations on the cycle.
He's batting 500.
Yeah, he's great.
But he only has a 1254 OPS.
Yeah, he's great.
Fucking Mr. Single.
I'm still.
What else do you expect from Luis Arias, though?
Big singles guy.
Big singles.
I'm shocked he hit for the cycle. I don't know how that happened.
I mean, it was in Philly.
Shocked he got the triple.
It wasn't like a great
triple. The triple blows my mind.
It wasn't a great.
So he hit it. Did you? I didn't see it. Did you see the triple?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
The fact that he hit a triple and a home run in the same game is incredible. Yeah. Like, he's not fast enough to leg out a triple.
No.
And he's not enough. He doesn't have enough pop to do both in one game. But whatever.
The thing that I'm shocked about it is Hanley Ramirez didn't have a cycle. I feel like he would be.
Talk about another guy whose career fell off.
Oh God.
That guy was like MVP until he left.
Then he went to Boston. He got chicken wings and beer in the
they murder everyone though. Carl Crawford,
Pablo
Sandoval, Chris Sale.
Did they just all did the chicken wings and beers in the dugout just never stop? Is that what's going on here?
Maybe.
Looks like it. Yeah.
It's just always been a thing. Like you go to Boston, they got some loaded wings there.
You get fat and suck.
Yeah. Crazy.
Shout out
Jose
to
Reyes ever have a cycle?
I feel like no.
He didn't have any power.
He didn't have power like that.
He could run into one though.
Yeah. Speaking of running, maybe. Speaking of running into one, Edouard Julien.
Dog.
Oh, Canada.
Dog.
In his second game, played in Yankee Stadium, just decides to hit him and the Twins just decide, we're going to drop 9 runs in the first inning.
Way more fun than you're going to make this sound. It was his first game, second at bat in the first inning. He had 2 at bats in the first, singled in his first at bat, got a second at bat in the first, hit a tank. Dog.
He didn't really hit a tank. It was a Yankee Stadium home.
Doesn't count. Doesn't matter. Tank.
If it's your first,
fine. Yeah, fair.
Tank. Anything he hits that leaves the yard. Tank.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to disrespect the WBC OPS leader. So.
No, you're not. That's my dog.
This is Damiano.
How old is he?
20. He's younger than me, I think. 23, I believe. I looked this up yesterday.
Yeah, he's 23.
Yeah.
He's 24 in 2 weeks. So.
He's a 99.
Good for him. I don't know if he's going to get a ton of playing time there, but
I think.
Hey, if he can work his way
really
up to
only
it.
up right now because I don't think that Polanco's playing.
Yeah, somebody just got hurt.
I think it is.
Hey, if he plays his way on the roster.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a top 100 prospect. He looked unreal at the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
Dog. He looked unreal in his first game.
Yeah. And somehow I'm going to tie this into our boy. MLB The Show, you gave him Kevin Biggio's stance. So appreciate that.
Does he actually play like 7 positions, or is that they just don't know? Because it seems like all the WBC cards have 7 positions.
Yeah, it's weird, but what can you do? What else we got?
Another dog. Bryce Harper.
My dog.
Yeah, we can.
Hey,
we can just make this the
Throw some
MVP.
respect.
We can just make this the MVP circle conversation of our picks.
My dog. I took him for MVP.
So did I, but I didn't put in the graphic.
Nate's pick and Brant's X pick. Bryce Harper is going to try and come back early to play first base because, oh boy, did the Phillies need a first baseman. Like,
what a team guy, eh?
I don't think this brings him back early.
It brings him back earlier.
I don't think so. Because he could come back. He'd come back in DH. He DH'd the second half of all last year. He'd come back and do the same thing. I think it's more him looking at their roster and being like, "Hey, we got Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos who don't know how to play any position on the field." So
you put Kyle Schwarber at first.
Sure. Yeah, he played in Boston. They did say this isn't going to affect when he comes back to DH. He's still going to come back as a DH for a bit, and then he's going to come and play first.
Okay.
I think it's just more him looking to get one of those two guys into the DH spot, and then it allows them to make a move if they need to. It's a lot easier to get an outfielder than a first baseman who's going to be an impact player because you can just get a good defensive outfielder.
Yeah. Well, they've already got Caveman out there.
Well, now we can.
Castellanos has kind of figured it out a bit.
Yeah. So that was the positive.
Schwarber's the main one.
That was the positive of the MVP picks. And God, it smites mine MVP pick. It was announced.
You made some bad picks, my man.
Hey, you were a dickhead. You set me up.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Prove it. Prove it.
I have audio footage.
Your will was weak. You picked the fun picks.
Sorry. I'm fucking Shohei Cy Young, but not MVP. Fucking blow me.
You think Shohei's the MVP right now?
I haven't even said what happened. Corey Seager. He's gonna miss like a month with a hamstring strain. So
I don't feel good about this. He's on my fantasy team, so I don't feel great about your picks being terrible.
I hate this. I love watching Corey Seager play.
Corey Seager's great. Corey Seager's also never healthy.
He's a dude.
When
he's healthy.
When he's healthy, he's a dog.
I was still very much sad that the Blue Jays didn't even try to get him.
Yeah, me too. Well, there was like 11 shortstops in the last 2 years, and we didn't get it.
Was that before we traded for Chapman or after?
That was the offseason, and he signed before.
No, but it was before.
Because I think we traded for Chapman in like March or February, and Seager signed it like before.
It was late. It was late. I know that.
Yeah, we signed.
It was in camp when Chappie got traded.
Yeah.
I will say though, I love Corey Seager, but he's also not a great shortstop. He's not going to stay at shortstop. Yeah, I think I'd rather take Matt Chapman for what we've had him for rather than the whatever Seager got, like $27 million a year.
Yeah, but if Corey Seager's a second baseman,
I think it was 10, 325.
Yeah, Marcus. I mean, it's their second baseman.
No, but if we have Corey Seager and you put him at second base,
so
we have Matt Chapman for this year, and that's it. Let's just accept that.
That's a lot of. We have a lot of money committed. We got 2 to 3 guys that we really need to sign, and I think we should allocate our resources to that.
Yes. Small side note, and we don't need to get into this. Marcus,
let's get into it.
Slight fuck you. I want to be a shortstop, but
goes to the second
White Sox. He left the White Sox.
No, he went to go be a second baseman.
He went to go.
He left here to be a shortstop, and then he ended up being
second base in Texas.
No, I get that.
Like,
I respect that one.
I also don't want that deal either.
I don't
Demi?
either.
No, fuck, that's a
I
terrible
don't either.
contract.
7/175. I'm good.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's I don't
who cares?
disagree.
Yeah, that wasn't a great year for contract handouts. What else? Well, we can just get this quickly. Ian Happ got an extension for some reason.
So did
Cubs, man. Cubs are the Cubs not
and-
leading the division right now?
I think maybe.
So did Logan Webb.
Logan Webb got 5 years, 90.
Yeah.
Ian Happ got 363.
For a second there, I thought you meant 363.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
I
like
3 years, 63.
comma,
Okay, that makes
63.
So 21 a year.
21.
Is it
Fine.
is it bad that I don't really understand how Ian Happ is this good? Like I don't think of him as this good. Like when people were saying, "Oh, the Jays should get him last year," I was like,
I was out on Ian Happ.
I wouldn't have minded Ian Happ, but like
as a full-time starter, like I was
I
thinking,
don't love it.
He could be a platoon guy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a $21 million to Ian Happ kind of guy.
No,
but they really didn't have a choice because they're not letting Contreras and Happ walk.
No,
well, they've lost half their team in the past
True.
3 years. So
True.
I don't think anyone remains from that World Series team. Was Happ on it?
No, Happ was
Hendricks is still there.
So.
Hendricks, yeah. Kyle Hendricks is the last one.
A ghost of Kyle
Was
Hendricks
Wilson
is
there?
still there?
No, Wilson's gone now anyway.
Wilson
was on
Wilson,
the team.
Yeah. Wilson was on that team.
Yeah. He was the platoon catcher with Kyle Schwarber.
No, with
Miguel Montero.
No.
Oh,
well,
David
him too.
Ross.
What's David Ross?
Kyle,
Is who I was looking for.
But Kyle Schwarber caught. No, Kyle Schwarber also caught. Kyle Schwarber caught that year.
They could not figure out where to put Kyle Schwarber because he couldn't play defense in any position.
I'm thinking the year before when he had TJ.
He tore his ACL and his first.
Or the year before he came up. Yeah.
Like his first at bats were in the playoffs that year after
they couldn't figure out where to put the guy because he can't defend.
Yeah, that's because he shouldn't play anywhere.
No, he's not. He's a
DH.
Yeah, and then they had.
He's a great DH.
What was it? Was it Jason Hayward, Dexter Fowler, and like Ben Zobrist in the outfield?
Shout out to Jason Hayward.
Fact.
What a career!
33-year-old Jason Hayward, by the way.
Yeah, the Hall of Famer, by the way.
Still not old.
Hall of Famer, by the way, according to Baines.
Old at 33, incredible.
Yeah,
he's
better than Harold Baines.
He's like the same age as Travis Snyder.
Guys, we need to stop talking about certain.
They gotta be.
We need to stop talking. Why do we podcast?
Wait. Sorry, no.
They gotta be.
What was that? That's ridiculous. I was gonna say we need to stop talking about certain players.
We do need
Ian
to
Happ just hit a home run.
Well, it's gonna happen.
Like
everyone, even a broken clock, right?
Yeah, seriously. Where
Travis Snyder. I have questions about the next topic.
35.
Okay.
35.
35.
Bad.
Okay.
But in February, I'm assuming Hayward's birthday is coming up, so they're only a year apart.
You're assuming?
Yes.
Okay. What the hell is the deal with this expansion?
My favorite.
This expansion thing?
Yeah.
So
why do they want to go to
the
middle of nowhere?
This isn't like official. So what's happening is as it says here from Jeff Passan, a Salt Lake City consortium led by the former owner. It's late. Sorry, shut up.
Can you give me the definition of consortium, please?
Oh, a group of people that essentially just want a fancy name. A fancy name for a bunch of people that have money there.
Hey,
see, I was being nice.
Can you give me the definition of Orner?
Fuck you. All right. So the former guy that used to
own.
I can't even say what's another word for own. They used to have the Utah Jazz as a part of his portfolio. There you go. That's the workaround.
The shoulder word is owner.
Shut up. Plans to pursue a Major League Baseball expansion franchise in the coming years. So it's not like a thing. It's not confirmed. Like he's just.
Does he want to go to Salt Lake City?
Yeah, I heard that's possible. I heard Nashville is another possibility.
Nashville's huge.
I think
Nashville's a way better spot.
Dombrowski
if it happens, it's going to Nashville.
I think Dombrowski was part of the
Nashville. They're not doing one.
What's his nuts? Our guy, Mattingly.
Mattingly's a part of that Nashville.
Yeah.
I think Dave Stewart's part of that group too.
If it happens, they're going to do two at a time. One of them would be Nashville.
Nashville should get a team.
Nashville just makes so much sense. It's like Vegas Junior almost, but
Yeah.
like way tamer.
It's country Vegas.
But yeehaw, yeah.
It's country.
It's yeehaw Vegas.
Without the casinos.
Yeah.
If Vegas is Elvis, Nashville is Morgan Wallen. Or Luke
I don't know if Vegas is Elvis, but we'll go with that.
Elvis was in Vegas for a while.
Elvis was in Vegas for a minute.
You know, Chris Angel's still in Vegas.
Okay, Brant.
Who's
Sorry.
that?
Brant, it's fucking 12.
Mind Freak?
Brant, it is 12 o'clock at night. We don't need this right now.
It's only 11:54. We got 6 minutes to talk about
You
Chris
talk
Angel.
about fucking Mind Freak.
He's still doing shows.
That's
Incredible.
crazy. A couple things that I didn't get to put on the rundown. It's a sad day for baseball Twitter, as due to Twitter's new rules, we are losing Would It Dong and Home Run Tracker. So,
Would It Dong. Pour one out for Would It Dong.
Yeah, Would It Dong is great.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos sucks.
It's
I don't know. I
Elon
already
Musk.
finished all mine. I can't pour that down.
It's Elon Musk.
Pour it down.
What did I say? Jeff
You
Bezos?
said Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos also
I mean,
sucks.
Jeff Bezos does suck.
But
I would like
Elon
I'd like
Musk
to
is
know
what I'm
why
looking for.
Jeff Bezos sucks.
You know what? I mean, the
he
working
didn't buy the
conditions of
Washington
Amazon, pretty terrible.
He didn't buy the Washington Commanders.
He hasn't done a whole lot to help the workers of Amazon.
Yeah. Okay.
I genuinely don't dislike Jeff Bezos. I do genuinely dislike Elon Musk.
All right. Next, I have two things on the Rays.
Hmm?
It was very topical. Should have brought this up earlier. But Jeffrey Springs is gonna miss at least 2 months.
Nice.
2 months.
Yeah.
That's tough because he was looking good.
He was really looking good. It's a forearm injury. So
Broads.
I mean, also here's a stat, Brant, before tonight. Are they fraudulent? The Tampa Bay Rays offense scored more runs at 101 than times they've struck out.
Pretty good.
They've
also played 14.
They had more home runs than runs given up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was still a thing coming into tonight, but it was 2 days ago.
That's ridiculous, which it doesn't matter anymore. So.
Can you guys tell me the total amount of wins from the teams they've played so far?
I'm going to say a whop. Are you counting us?
How many games?
Before us. Sorry.
How many games has everyone played coming into that series?
13.
13
for them. 13 for them. Sorry, Washington's played 14. Oakland's played 13. Boston's played.
You're counting tonight though.
14. Oh, I guess maybe that counts tonight. So probably one less on each of those. And Detroit had played 13.
I know before today Boston had 5. I'm gonna say 8.
Okay.
8 or 9.
I'm going 7 then because I was gonna go 8 as well.
You guys went way lower than I expected to. They have 17 total between the teams.
Wait,
wins?
How many fucking wins do the A's have?
3.
I didn't think they had that many.
How many wins do the Nationals have?
4.
See,
none of them are good, but it all just kind of adds up.
Wait, the
Sox have
10
6.
wins?
Sox have 6. Detroit's got 4.
Fair. Completely.
I meant
Detroit.
I wanted to bring this up. Yeah, that's true. I wanted to bring up tonight's game when we were talking about it, but do you guys think John Schneider is overmanaging our bullpen?
Yes. He has but it's not him.
It's not him. That's just the Blue Jays.
It's the analytics department. They make all these moves, and he doesn't have a lot of say over it. It is what it is.
Either way,
it's gonna happen.
Bob should have kept going.
I don't disagree with you. I think I think there were better moves that should have made. I think Pop should have went for probably 2 innings.
I think if anything,
1 and plus.
You start the inning.
I think 2. I think
you start the inning with Pop, but you have Jimmy warming up.
Dude, his stuff was moving like crazy. He looked good.
Also, was it weird for anybody else that Jimmy came in for 7, 8, 9?
I didn't really notice.
Yes,
that's kind of way worse.
They should not have brought
what
Jimmy
happened.
in.
Yeah, considering what happened, but it was very weird that he came in for 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, that
also,
strange.
We didn't talk about Romano, did we?
The entrance?
So cool.
The entrance.
So cool.
I hope to do that the rest of the year. I don't think
they should do it every time.
Diaz, but I think that is pretty sick to watch him come down the stairs and go into that.
I think obviously closed dome Romano, fucking, it's better than Diaz. I'm saying that right now.
Late night Romano too. When it's
Late
dark,
night,
you can still
like,
see the lights. Pretty cool.
Midday Romano is ass.
I think
Midday
they should light up the CN Tower red too when it happens. That'd be so.
Man, Tsunami is not.
It's not.
Yeah, but it's like a
be...
remix of Tsunami.
Yeah, it's a good remix that you can't find on Spotify.
Also, the first part is the Avengers something on it.
Oh shit! It's like.
Yeah,
also, yeah. We didn't even really. We haven't really mentioned this walk-up songs. There's some new ones, obviously.
They stink. I gotta be honest. The team as a whole, not a lot of great walk-up songs. I hate Sunrise as a walk-up song. It's not good. It's just boring and it puts you to sleep.
I can't lie. I do really like Sunrise. But
Sunrise, good song. I'm not knocking Sunrise as a song. Great song. Walk-up song, terrible.
I think I could name 2 of them.
I know
Cavs is kind of boring.
Cav did Feds Did a Sweet by Future. Fucking great song, but it's
never heard that.
Bo Bichette has the worst walk-up song in the league.
You're not. No. We're gonna fight. Awful. It's 12 o'clock. We're gonna fight.
It's awful.
Are you gonna diss Youngin?
7 people have said the same thing.
Who are Brant? We're gonna sidetrack here.
It's 7 people.
Terrible walk-up. I know.
Late night conversations here. Brant, what was the complexion of their skin?
Either Asian or white.
I'm not gonna say I rest my case.
I haven't asked any black people. You want me to go put a fucking?
Oh, the one person you did ask thinks it's fucking amazing. This guy.
It's not a good walk-up song, dude.
It's a good walk.
It's weird.
No, the worst part is What kills it is the fact that you cut it off so fast.
Right. So all you do is that weird little strange part of the beginning, and it sucks.
Because
maybe it's a good song. I don't know the song. I got to be honest. I don't know the song. Maybe it's a great song. Terrible walk-up song.
George is undefeated. Can never.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. Brandon Belts, great song. Terrible walk-up song.
No, it's not great.
Great song.
It's Weezer.
Say it ain't so. Great song. Terrible walk-up song.
Does Danny Jansen still have I Got It? Because if he doesn't,
no. Oh, Danny is something by Boston. I forget what it is.
Okay, it's the same one from last year then.
Okay.
That he finished with. Kirk still has El Machon, which is great.
Matt Chapman has
he's Antidote.
Antidote. Sounds good. I like that one.
It's a good one. I'm just waiting for him to.
Vladdy's, I don't really know what it is. It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Matt Chapman to hit peak form like he did last year and just go Tame Impala.
Wits went downhill. I don't remember what it is this year, but
not tequila.
It's not tequila.
Is it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Here we go. Holla if you hear me though. No, it's not that one either. They're using.
I can't remember. It might be. I can't remember. Chris Bassett's great
one. I was shocked that he
God's Country.
It's great. Alec has the same one from last year. The Drake one.
Trevor Richards, Running Out of Moonlight, sucks. It's a great song. Horrible walk-up song.
I mean,
he went from Good Vibes by Chris Jansen to that, and it's awful.
Does Anthony Bass still have Regulate?
Tough song.
No, Chris Bass is or Anthony Bass is.
Was it the next episode? But
yes.
Okay, all right.
Next episode.
That's what I meant, not Regulate. Jimmy, that's all I care about. I don't fuck everybody else.
Jimmy's the same. Jimmy's the same. Jordan's is the same.
Yeah.
I didn't hear Barrios's.
Yeah, it's probably some Spanish shit.
His was Bad Bunny last year.
Yeah. Okay, we got two more quick things.
Oh Jesus, where do they come
from? Well, they're in my bookmarks. Fernando Tatis Jr. in 6 AAA games. He's 11 for 23, two doubles, 4 home runs, 6 walks, of 1673 OPS. He is eligible to come back on Thursday. So,
how many games before he gets his first hit in the majors?
1. What?
I'm giving him 3.
Stop.
I think he goes over 2.
Which team are you guys on?
Which?
For Fernando.
I'm fine with Fernando Tatis. I don't really care.
I fuck with Fernando.
I like Fernando Tatis. I just think he's going to come up and stink.
Stupid decisions.
I'm on the fence. I think he's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
Oh, he's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
Don't get me wrong.
Him on the field,
he's so much fun.
Amazing.
But him being an idiot makes me like him less. And he's an idiot on the field too.
He's just
like him. What's he going to right field? He's going to be such a bad right fielder. He's going to be so bad in right field.
I'm not.
If they had an anti-Gold Glove, he will win that right field. He's winning the anti-Gold Glove.
I mean that it might have been the right field.
Schwartz.
It might have been right field last year. Fucking Juan Soto won the actual Gold Glove.
Yeah, he was bad too.
Somehow, but I'm on the fence because Fernando's idiocy is just him being immature. It's not him being an actual like a piece of
No,
shit.
but he's an idiot. In the
He's
field.
kind of past the point now, though, where like he's not really a kid anymore.
No, the steroids one, I think, is past the point of being a kid.
Is he like 20? Was he 20?
He's 23 or 24.
Like,
He's Vladdy's age.
Yeah, so 20. He's a 99.
he's a 99. Yeah,
23.
He's
turning 24.
He's
or he already turned 24?
January this year. So
he's 24.
24. Yeah.
No, he's past the point of being a kid. It's kind of tough to say he's immature.
You're just being an idiot.
Yeah.
Like whether or not he did steroids intentionally to improve his performance or it was for ringworm, you're an idiot for not contacting your team's health department or whoever.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. Stupid.
Yeah.
But I also just love the way he plays the game.
Mm-hmm. It's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, it is, but
I would take him on my team any day of the week.
I don't see him having a good year. I don't think he's having a good year.
That's what I'm saying. I think he goes third game before he gets a hit.
Yeah, but I'm saying like entire year. I think it's going to be below expectation.
Isn't that kind of his thing? Like every year, it seems like he comes into it as like an MVP candidate, and it's just like, well, he didn't really play this year.
Well, like injuries are another thing. Well, injuries playing baseball are one thing. Injuries
biking or dirt biking
are another thing. And then steroids is a whole nother thing altogether.
And then when being asked about your motorcycle accident, saying which one?
Yeah, that's just not it.
Well, it's better getting two than one, isn't it? Then you can have plausible deniability. No, not how that works.
Maybe.
Okay, one
last thing, Connor.
Last thing, yes. And Bray, you already talked about this on Twitter. Matt Strom coming out.
Fuck Matt Strom. Respectfully,
his, strong opinions regarding MLB's
Strom opinions. I would say
strong opinions. Yes.
Yeah.
Certain MLB teams have their beer policies have changed. So
hey, on that note, shout out to the Milwaukee Brewers for doing what everyone should do and pushing the sales limit back to the 8th.
Yes. So the Milwaukee.
No, there's Houston and somebody else pushed back to the 9th the day after.
Did they?
The Jays are trying to push it back to the 9th.
Nice, as they should.
Yeah, because
Connor finished first, and then I'll
No. It's basically you just fucking basically said what I was gonna say.
Right.
But basically, his like reasoning for it was like, in the past, the logic for putting it in the 7th inning was so people could quote unquote sober up and get home safely. Which, as Brant said on Twitter, I will quote him: "The idea that people will sober up in 2 innings has always been comical."
Comical because you stop selling in the 7th, so you go and you buy your 2 beers in the 7th. You finish one by the 8th, and you finish your other one by the 9th, and you leave. Most likely. Like that's what I do 85% of the time if I'm drinking. I'll go in the 7th, I'll buy 2 beers, finish one by the 8th, finish the other by the 9th, and I leave. I don't drive home, but I'll leave on that. So you're telling what is the difference if they sell beers in the 8th or the 9th?
I understand the premise behind it, but it is no. The idea is good that people are gonna sober up a bit and before they drive, but it's not practical.
No.
So if you and I have 12 beers from the time we arrive at the game until the 7th inning,
if we have 12 beers,
we're not driving.
We're not the people they're talking about.
Sure.
No, they're talking about.
So you're getting the guy that had 1 or 2 that he's gonna stop in the 7th anyways.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it affects much.
That's what I'm saying. I get the premise, but it just in practicality, it's not a great thing.
I also think you get to the point where most people, like, even if if you're going to sell them to the 8th and 9th inning, I think most people are just going to watch the game. Yeah. Like they're going to be in their seat.
Yeah,
especially in the 8th and 9th, right? You get
unless the game is fucking like out of
blowout
completely.
Yeah,
like.
On the other side of things, though, when it goes to extras, kind of sucks at that point. You're like, can't go get like anything.
I mean, I did feel the only time I did feel bad was that what was it the Mariners Astros game that went like 16 innings last year and they stopped selling beer like the 7th in the playoffs. That was a playoff game too. That's
Jays a while back had like a 21 inning game that they stopped selling beer in the 7th.
Jesus, a beerless.
Well, I can tell you after that game too, the wild card series last year, I could have used a couple beers in the 8th and 9th.
All right, that's where we're gonna end it up. Thanks guys for watching. Everything in the description. Frank usually does the outro, but I'm going to do it. Everything in the description. Still have the merch going. Get your Jose Barrios redemption hoodie. Despite it's redemption season.
You can be the proud owner of some beautiful.
Fucking leave. You guys are assholes. You guys are pieces of shit.
Oh, sorry, Connor.
No, you're fine. No, you're good. That was great. It was good. It's very good.
Yeah, no, everything's linked in the description below. The merch is down there still. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. Check us out, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere you listen to podcasts, YouTube. It's all fun. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This one might be long. I'm sorry. Yep.
It's probably the longest one we've done in a while.
Sorry. We had a lot. We will catch you probably Monday or Tuesday.
Yes.
Cheers.
Peace.